Conspiracy Streets podcast.
Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all genders. Gotta be open. That's right, it is the biracial Buddha, the philosopher's stone. Shh, everyone shut up and listen to me. And I'm joined, as usual, by my partner, somebody who I choose to favor in this world, the half fantasy, half hatred, Castro.
Yo, what's good, Papa?
Getting better at this, right?
I'm like starting to like these. I'm starting to like
I'm
these.
getting better at these. You know, it's trying not to go super hard in the beginning and then like fucking steam out. So you gotta keep balance. But yeah, what's up?
Hey, shit, save shit, man. How's everything going? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, all right. So if anyone's asking why we're a little behind on thing, I had impromptu back surgery last week.
It's always something. Yo, we falling apart. I'm sorry, y'all. If it's not me, it's him. If it's not him, it's us. So,
Yo, we're the definition of what happens when like you enter the blue collar world. And at this point, like your body's weird. I don't know, man. I don't know. Understand how like I work with guys who've been like hit by buses, and like my old man, electrician, motherfucker got laid up on a duck and fried. Was home the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm talking about like there's caution signs and shit about it. Like, was home. Me, fucking got a bump on my arm and shit, and I'm all fucked up. Nah, dude, I went in there thinking like I was going to get like another one of those epidurals, which by the way, women sucks because you guys probably have to do like because you know when you're giving birth, like the epidural's a thing. So like they were like, oh yeah, man, women do it all the time, and I'm like, kind of oddly sexist thing to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but no, they don't do it all the time. They do it once every 9 months if they're gonna have birth. It's not like they do it all the time.
I think he meant women as a as
general,
whole.
Yeah,
like women always.
Oh yeah, there is a woman every day doing that. Yes.
Yeah, because so here's what fucked me up, right? So before the epidural process started, actually no, I'm lying. The day of the epidural process, I had gone in, got the shot. They put me to sleep. They gave me that sweet, sweet Michael Jackson drug, and then I came out and I was still fucked up, and I had to go meet Pesos for some shit. So I ended up going to meet him, and then he's with the eldest. So I'm talking to the eldest, and he was like, "Oh, bro, you gotta be careful." I didn't go to sleep because they offer you to do it awake, which is a psycho thing. But he was like, "Yeah, man, I was afraid. I just let them just do it because if you move the wrong way or whatever, like you could be paralyzed." And then I thought about like women don't get that local sedative. Like now they have to just raw dog take that shit, and in the middle of giving birth. And I was like, "Damn, that sucks." So shout out to all the women out there using epidurals. If you do it natural, cool. But like, I mean, you're a different kind of animal at that point too, though, right? Like,
I was about to say, if you do it
Yeah.
natural, they're actually more ever savage.
But I'm never gonna understand that. So the only thing I can understand is getting the epidural. But anyway, so the epidural didn't happen, which was mad funny because I got there and I'm like, all right, quick, they're gonna give me some good drugs. And I'm talking to the anesthesiologist. I'm like, yeah, baby, you got that good stuff. He's like, I got you. Da da da. My doctor comes in. He's like, yo, man, you ready? I'm like, yeah, man, I got some shit to do so we can get this done. Da da da. He goes, shit to do. Well, bro, this is a half-an-hour procedure. And I was like, what the fuck you? No, it's not. Like, this is my fourth one. He's like, nah, bro, you can't do 4. I told you this is going to be a surgery. So, mind you, they tell me this as I'm already, like, stabbed up. They're already plugged into the machine. There, you got the IV going. So, I'm like, fuck, y'all, I got to call my wife. So, I call her, and she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, bro, I fucked up. My bad. She's like, do I need to leave work? I'm like, nah, it's cool. It wasn't cool. I shouldn't have done that shit.
See, that's exactly what I was speaking to your father. And he was like, yeah, Max goes for surgery. He don't even know he has surgery. And I'm like, yo, bro, Max don't read.
I don't, bro.
I'm almost 99% sure whatever paperwork you had said surgery for that day.
Yo, I'll do you one better. I had thrown out the paperwork and just kept going on the phone calls. Because then the doctor says that to me, though, because he knows I don't read. He's handed me papers before, and I've just been like, ain't no pictures, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I don't speak doctor, fam. I don't know what this means. So, ergo, give me pictures. So, he was like, oh, they didn't tell you this on the phone? And I was like, nah. And a matter of fact, like, the lady was rude as fuck. Because she was trying to move the shit up, and I was like, bitch, no, I said the 11th for a reason. Like, I got work. I got, let me get some bread if I got to take a day.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, I'm out on comp right now. Like, my fucking body
Well,
is
at least
shot.
they gave you comp.
Well, it's the same case. That's why. From when I broke the
okay.
first time. This is the surgery that I've been putting off from it, like, where I kept being like, Band-Aid, Band-Aid, Band-Aid. I ran out of Band-Aids. And that's what he told me. He was like, same thing with your neck. I was like, bruh, I don't know. But, so I've been out. That's why we didn't have an episode last week. And then I had an allergic reaction to the medicine they gave me, which is funny because as an adult, when you find out you're allergic to something, it's different. Like, I know you be making jokes like, oh, you're allergic to everything, but I'm literally only allergic to like 4 things. This being the 4th one.
Yeah.
So that's
but it just so happens like the things that you are allergic to are like super common.
Yo, I'm a natural born weirdo.
Yeah,
I
like
think about that shit all the time.
you like when I remember like how I always say like I find like you find your way to like go out of the way
Ways to make things
to be
difficult?
to
Yeah.
be the contrarian.
Yeah.
Even
It's a
when
genetic,
when it comes down to your DNA,
Mhm.
goes down
I'm
to
a
you
genetic
being
contrarian.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's
that-
weird. Dude, my son was fucking the other day. He's just like looking at me and he's like eating an apple with peanut butter because we're doing like all healthy snacks. We're on like you know, if y'all can see the weight loss like we've been doing it in my house. So he's like, he looking at me and goes, "This would fucking kill you." And I looked at him and I was like, "Yep." Also, can't take that peanut butter back now. Now that was the house's peanut butter for a minute, now it's
Yeah.
not because now there's apples in it. But yeah, man, shit happens.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, Nene, do me a favor, lower my mic just a little bit.
Just a smidgen.
Yeah, just a smidget.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Also,
Raise it
listeners
my-
out there,
Yeah. Yeah, there. Good.
my co-conspirators. I also got to have a fun new experience, which I'm not too. Oh, I just didn't say fun, but I got to have a new experience. So, I've never been an opioid person. And like I said, I was like, I've never. It's just not my bag. Like I like all types of other fun, but that ain't it. Me being allergic to one of those medicines, they were like, bro, the only thing we can give you is this. So they gave me some nice hard blues. Never been a blues guy. Like I've seen what it does to people, and I think that's also what's always turned me off. But I was like, okay, this is for medical purposes. Maybe it'll be different. Yo, no bullshit.
Not for nothing though.
Took away the pain.
Most of the people that start on those start on it for medical purposes because they had it like an accident or surgery.
All right, so let's get really into it then, because this is why I'm gonna say this is. I told
and
you, I
they
straight
just
up,
get hooked on them.
bro. I straight said it to the doctor today for the follow up. Also, that's why I'm here. We did the follow up today. The doctor said I'm allowed to sit on a couch again. So they were saying for that. All right, so this is what happened. So I was allergic to the shit. I'm calling the doctor's office, calling the hospital, like, yo, what should I do? Because the only thing I thought about in that moment, I was like, oh, my throat is closing and my lungs are like, I'm getting that wheeze. So I was like, all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop Mad Benadryl, and I'm gonna take my son's nebulizer, and I'm gonna do an asthma treatment, get my lungs all like juiced up, which was apparently like the right thing. You know, I went about it, but I'm calling the doctor's office, bro. And any of you bitches out there listening, all right, bitches, any of you phone fuckers that decided to like, oh, you're having an emergency? Hold on a minute, and dead ass put me on hold. Pick up a whole different like part of the hospital. Oh, what's up, man? Oh, nah, you reached like billing. Like, I would have been dead.
Yeah,
So
nah.
finally, I get through to this one lady, and I'm like, yo, this is the situation. She goes, all right, I'm going to have the doctor reach out to you. Bet. So mind you, I'm mad bennied up. I'm laid out. I get a call from a Newark number. 973. Like, what the fuck? My cousin, he don't live in Newark anymore. Shout out Illuminati. He moved out. So I'm like, I don't know nobody with 973. Hello? They're like, hey, what's up, Maxwell? I'm like, yeah. They're like, yo, you going to be in the crib in like about an hour? I was like, who's this? They're like, oh, it's the Newark Pharmacy. Okay. Yeah. It's like, all right, I got some medicine for you. So I'm thinking they sending me something like a EpiPen or some shit, like, you know, some shit that's going to help me. Maybe more albuterol, because I definitely dipped in my kid's stash. Motherfucker show up with 20 blues and just hands them to dogs. Shows up in a Honda Civic with 20 blues in an indiscriminate brown bag. I sent you the picture. I was just like, fam, are you kidding me? Shows up, he's like, yo, Maxwell. I'm like, yeah, didn't he ask me for ID or nothing? He was just like, all right, bye, here you go. I was like, all right, good looks. He was like, all right. Got in the car and just drove off, and I was just like, all right. I thought that was like the transaction alone. I thought was weird.
But nah, they do that though.
Understandably so. Like then he was telling me, he was like, yeah, they do have the at-home delivery, because I was like, man, sketched out about it. But when I opened up the bag and seen that it was blues, it immediately felt like a crime. Like I was looking both ways. I was like, oh, fam, you just all right. Like go inside. So I took.
They got your name on the bottle. You be alright.
It's the point though. Like you don't just get handed some shit like that, especially like with no exchange of fee. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have to give him no cash.
That makes it non-illegal. That just means he was dropping off a package.
Yo, yeah, that's right. That's a very good fucking way of looking at it. It's whoever purchased those problems, this guy's just giving them to me.
Yep.
Good fucking shit. I wouldn't have thought of that. I would have just been like, a whole bottle. Fuck it.
You would have downed the whole bottle for a prescription that's prescribed for you.
Yo, out of paranoia, bro, someone don't just openly. I've never seen a legal blue transaction. I've never seen one in my whole life. And mind you, I was with somebody and they was scooping and motherfucker handed them the entire jug from the pharmacy. Like with the cap still on it, straight from the factory, like, yo, here. And I remember seeing that and being like, wow, that's how they come. Like, part of me, I don't know, part of me thought that there was like a little machine back there.
You never seen it in the pharmacy at work?
Nah, I tend not to go over there. Like, I don't.
When I had that building, I always had to be in the
Yeah.
pharmacy, and that the way they got it in the hospital was crazy because they just pour all the pills into a machine, and the machine kind of like distorts it. Yeah.
Oh, it's like the change machine?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
And then when they need whatever, they go to the little computer. I need 10 of this, boop,
Yeah.
and they just put the bottle on there, drops out.
Well, let me tell you about the poor people pharmacy that we were at. This was definitely a mom and pop spot, and Poppy came out the back, just handed us the whole milk jug. It looked like this is gonna be like a reference only a few people get. If anyone's seen whatever a large thing of wire nuts comes in, like it looks like that milk carton type, he just handed it to him. It was like, all right, good looks. And I was like,
Yeah, no, that's the bottle they pour into.
yeah,
the
nah, I know, but
machine.
like I said, that's the only time I've ever seen Blues leave a pharmacy like on a legal, well, I guess legal-esque transaction. So it was funny when the dude just handed us, so boom, I get them. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't get the hype. Stop doing drugs, because that ain't fun. Drugs are supposed to be fun, or enlightening. This took away the pain, but then like when I got into the whole like, all right, now I'm not feeling them, boom, and you adapt quick to that, especially a big dude like me. For some reason, 2 wasn't lasting very long. So I got up to the golden number, which I won't get into. But when I got there, bro, that shit, I was sick, bro. I hated that. Like, I thought everything about that shit was lame. And I was like, ew, people, like, really like this. And I'm like, this is not a fun. Drugs should make you hear music. You know what I'm saying? You should feel alive.
Yeah, no,
Not that shit.
Like we were saying earlier though, it's not. Obviously, it's not an appealing drug. I don't understand how they take it to party
Mm-hmm.
because
That's what I'm saying.
it makes you. It's a downer, you know. It
That
makes you
and
sleepy.
drinking?
But then at the same time, you can say the same thing about weed. Weed is a downer, so weed and drinking, you're kind of counteracting because alcohol is an upper, weed is a depending on the alcohol too, because like
Depending on the weed, too, though.
a tequila, all weeds, no matter if it's the best sativa ever,
It's pure
you
sativa
smoke
concentrate.
10 blunts of that shit, you gonna go to sleep.
You know what's funny? This strain doesn't do that to me. It's Durban poison. It's pure 100%.
But that's not even real. You smoking fucking
Chemicals?
masola oil in that fucking pen right there.
Yeah, but let me tell you, this
Smoke
shit
some
keeps you up,
fucking real
though.
weed.
I do smoke real weed. I just keep these on with me because they're like a nice space in between. But anyway, blues are bad.
No, they are. But we were saying like how you said how it kind of made you like mentally quiet,
Which I did not like.
which that's why we was going into how they why
Take it
people say it they take it because they take it for emotional pain and stuff, which we'll get into in a later episode. But
Yeah,
that's why they take it. So I guess they might not mind
the quiet.
not the quiet, the side effects, because after a while too, you start taking it more often. Those side effects that you and me would get from taking it
Yeah, like
today
once or twice.
is not the same. You know what I mean?
The other thing is like not being able to shit. That I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. That shit makes you constipated. All opiates do, but I never had an experience where I'm like, yo, I really like my stomach it ruined dinner for me. Like I went to a fancy ass spot with my in-laws. Shout out to Day, my brother Day, for his birthday, and bro, it sucked. Like I was watching all this fucking great food go around, and my stomach was like, nah, bro.
But
Like, we're
that's
not
how
doing
you
it.
are on the regular.
Nah,
though.
but here's the thing though. I'll push through, dogs. You see me go through it like fuck it. I'm sweating, my body hurts, but I want to eat this. I'll eat it. Because of the fact that I couldn't shit, ain't no business was happening, bro. I couldn't ingest anything. Nothing was. Yo, that shit was terrible. And I'm talking about I was pounding coffee. I was trying to get nah. So if that's like an idea of a cool if quiet thoughts, not being able to shit is your thing, then I guess I get it. But I don't see, like you said, how that's a recreational thing. Somebody my age in my situation, I can actually kind of see enjoying that. Like, man, you don't have to eat as much, and also like you don't have as much anxiety because there's no thoughts. But like, that's not gonna be me at a party, drunk. Like I'm gonna take these and just knock out.
Yeah, no, but like I said, those people don't get sleepy because they take them so often or whatever. Sometimes you see the niggas in the club sleep, but
I've seen people like sleep like.
you also see people
Conversation.
just sleep off liquor in the club. So
Yeah,
you don't know.
I've seen people lean out in conversation though, which I always thought was funny when somebody be like,
But that's not pills. That's on the H.
"Nah, you get enough blues in you, you leaning."
Well, enough
seen
blues
it.
on you is H.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I have a special announcement and surprise real quick.
What a weird transition. Go for it.
Yeah, no, because we don't want to talk about that blue depressing shit right now.
Nah, exactly. I just want to say that it's gross.
And
But go on.
you're actually gonna like this.
All right. I don't like surprises, but go ahead.
You're gonna like this surprise. Only because it's rare. It's like when they say lightning don't strike twice in the same place.
Please. Yeah, go ahead.
Lightning may have struck twice in the same place. I'm going to say something I rarely ever say, and it's Max. You were right.
Oh, that's never good though. Never good about anything that's super positive. That's why I'm like, oh shit, what happened?
You were right.
Something bad happened.
Britney Spears should not have been set free.
Oh, yeah, I told you. Yo, bro, crazy knows crazy. Like, I know what it's like. Yo, dude, you don't got people calling you every day to make sure you're all right, man. Shout out to my brothers, man. My brothers check on me every day. It's annoying, but I love them. Like, I love every one of them. Yo, my siblings are the best. My brothers, my sister. Shout out to my sister who's an EMT, college, doctor student, still finds time to check on her brother, bro. So, shout out to you. You're the
Yeah,
best.
bro. They should not have free Britney, bro.
Yeah, bro. You need a monitoring system.
When you watch it on like daily basis or separate incidents, it don't look bad. But I don't know if you've seen the little doc that they got on Hulu on Hulu about her.
No, but I can't wait for this weekend because now I know what me and my wife are doing.
It's like 45 minutes.
Oh, 45 minutes is cool.
Bro.
No, 45 minutes is actually perfect. 15-minute,
It was actually,
and then
they actually had it live on Fox one night.
15 minutes of followed by that as the drift off to sleep. 45 minutes is the perfect amount of time before I fall asleep. I love it. I'm excited
And
now.
when you see
Text her about
all
this
the
shit.
incidents compiled into a 45-minute thing, it's bad, bro.
Yes, they made a montage.
It's bad.
Yes.
It's really bad.
Called it.
She gonna have to get locked back up. Put her back in the what is it, conservatorship?
Yeah.
Yeah, conservatorship.
Nah, but after a while though, man,
Her ass up.
she's tasted freedom, brother. You got to put her back in the penitentiary for a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, that's the first step before you put her.
Yeah, exactly, for the conservatorship.
Before
yeah.
you lock up her bread. But
No,
yeah, bro,
you gotta yeah.
she done spent like $20 million in the last year and a half or whatever.
But she's probably having fun.
It looks that way.
Hear me out though, like, and then here comes the part.
And
where
that was my argument though. Like she
Mhm.
should be able to have fun.
Yeah, that was your
She
argument.
worked for it and all
Yeah.
that. But now when I see what she's doing with it, and
All right.
she's doing a little too much.
Without
she's
spoiling
John
it.
Moran in it.
Okay, we're gonna get into him in a second because once again, I'm gonna devil's advocate both of these situations because I was the one who said that she should because I saw it being a problem from day one. Why? We smell our own kind, so I know what it is to go unchecked. And now you're unchecked after being on. All right, everyone's got that friend who did some time. At least most people listening to this show do. All right, you've got a friend who's did a little bit of time. Now there's different kind. There's a couple guys who do skid bids where they're gone for like we used to call them the summer program. They just be gone all summer because you already know what happens. As soon as it got warm out the first day, they did something. Now they're gone for the rest of the summer. But then you get some friends that do time. And I had a buddy who was locked up for 13 and a half. And when he came home, world was like completely changed, bro. Technology, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And you don't realize as much as you may think, because people who think that they have a pulse on, on the system in there. A lot of people from jail have said that to me. They're like, oh, no, we know what's going on before. But the simplest things that we think, it's crazy. So, of course, iPhones. Then he's running around with all these new BBL shorties. And, like, he didn't realize that science is there. Like, he had no clue. That's what she's going through. So if anyone who has a friend or a relative that did a lot of time and then they had that adjustment period, you got to understand, you're being freed back out. All right, you're the whale that got let out of captivity. Go enjoy the ocean. But when you got fucking buku bread like that, enjoying the ocean, something different. I want to know, without you spoiling it, what was the tipping point that pushed you to be like, you know what? They should lock her back up.
I think it was the amount of money spent and nothing to show for it.
Okay, I was about to say that's funny because you're a money spending motherfucker. So I was just like, why would that?
Yeah, no, if she had some
offend
shit to
you?
show for it,
Okay, what was it? Frivolous experience or?
they don't know.
Purchase.
They don't know what she spent the money on.
Oh wait, so there's no receipts for it.
There's no receipts for it.
She's laundering it. She's smart. Brittany, right here.
There's no receipts
Right
for it.
All right.
So and
get you, baby.
they're also blaming her husband
Mhm.
for spending some of the bread.
Yeah, yo,
but-
he got receipts or not? If he don't got receipts either,
The only thing they
tunnel
really
system.
was asking him was because they supposedly, this is all the gossip shit now, and it gets into the gossip, but that he's leaving her or whatever the case
we
may
are
be,
the ghetto view.
because she be beating him and shit.
Yo, it is like everyone you know who just came home from jail. Like it's the
So-
same exact way.
Supposedly she be like attacking him and all types of shit, and that he be mad calm, he just be
Mhm.
taking it, and he hasn't lived in the house with her in like 3 months.
Yo, see, once again, that's the thing about conservatorship. put it like this. I'm pretty sure because of, and once again, we're gonna only just use personal references. It's the only way it's gonna get across. I'm pretty sure that my family was comfortable in my life mate choice because they know that she can put me in check when need be, and like even down to physical, like yo, she may be like half my height and 1/3 my weight, but like she could swing. You know what I'm saying? Like she knows how to land a hit. So that I think gave my parents confidence when they were like, "All right, you guys are gonna go out and be fruitful into the world." Like, and it's like that too. Tank's a big motherfucker. His lady is gotten into like they go to the gym together, and she's gotten into the point that I think that now she looks like she could probably whack. My brother's a big. Anyone who knows my brother knows he punches through walls. Like he's a big dude, and I think that she could take it. I'm pretty sure that Sabs, I'm pretty sure his lady beat the shit out of him too. And it's you want that. So the fact that she now picked a soft mate, got taken off the chain, got all access to her bread, yeah, dogs. It's just like every big dude who you know who just came home.
And,
They
yeah,
came home
and he's a
sitting on-
trainer, so he's a big dude.
Oh, that's even funnier.
He's
Nah,
he's
yeah.
literally a trainer. He's a big dude.
That'll show you though that like crazy will beat big every time. You know what I'm saying? Without fucking question of a doubt. She probably like bites him and shit. Just fucking Hawkeyes him and shit. Fucking claws. Yo, think about that shit. Think about like, yo, oh fuck, man. See, now you made me like I want to stop this and watch it, but like I know because now I want to make that also a date night because when you have to occupy mad different things, little cute shit like that, it's the best. Watch why Britney Spears deserved it. Watch why Max was right. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need to say. Anyone who knows back to history knows that I said I got clips out everywhere. Yo, walling out. But yeah, man, just like the dude who came home. You came home to bread. You came home to pretty much your pick of the shorties because you know what I'm saying? You came out there looking rock solid, jail workout. And now they realize, that maybe those free UT shirts we shouldn't have made. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we realize we fucked up. Because let's not act like that's not the case too sometimes.
Yeah, no, we
sometimes the
fucked
big
up.
homie comes home and you be like, kind of regret that, us putting so much on the books to keep you so big because now you're
Yeah.
catching wreck. That's her.
Yeah, nah, bro. She only sleeping for 3-4 days at a time.
Oh my God, do you think she's doing like meth?
I don't know what she's
Yo,
doing.
do you think she has like a Hollywood drug dealer? Is that why they have no receipts? Because she's on drugs? Oh, wait a minute. Did she get her kids? She did get her kids.
Her kids don't live with her. They don't like to live with her.
Even better.
Yeah.
And it's their choice?
Their choice.
Woo, let her rock.
They didn't go to the wedding.
Well, yeah.
They didn't go
They
to
don't
the
know
wedding.
the guy's name fair.
Nah, they didn't go to the wedding because they were the only 2 family members invited to the wedding.
Who was the rest? Like Disney, ex-Disney cast members?
I
Like,
don't
who
know.
the fuck?
There was like stars there. Like Hollywood was there.
Yo,
But
that's...
she didn't invite her family because she don't fuck with them.
Well, they kept her locked away, bro. Like,
Yeah,
they
no.
Rapunzeled her. I get it.
I get it.
But
But
now
I
you're-
was just watching all that and I was just like, fuck, I'm going to have to tell Max he was right.
Yeah. It's a hard pill to swallow, my friend. And actually, I said it to my siblings today. I gave them a little heads up on a bit of information that I came across. And there's a little forewarning on some shit. And they was like, what makes you say that? And I was like, bro, listen, I know I fuck around a lot, but when it comes to actual big things, like, you can go back and check the tapes. Like, I'm on record saying some shit is coming because a lot of shit is a chess match, especially in America. Like, you can see the writing on the wall when you start looking at little details. By the way, I'm not going to go into it because for some reason we no longer talk about conspiracies on Conspiracy Streets. But hear me out.
We're talking about a conspiracy right
No,
now.
we're not, because this one may be closer than I thought. I may have been late to the train on this one. Satellite phones, brother, invest. And
I have
apparently,
I had one.
Yeah. Do you have one currently?
Duh.
Invest.
Oh, they bad expensive for that I wasn't using it, so I fucking returned it.
Yo, Tank told me that the new iPhones are satellite phones.
You could convert your iPhone into a satellite phone.
Like
yeah.
what 14 and up or 13?
I think it's 13.
Ooh,
there's
you got to be a
No.
satellite
You
phone.
gotta get the piece to.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah.
An aftermarket piece or?
Yeah. You gotta put your phone into the. You know how you got in the movies they got the big click thing.
The receiver.
Yeah. You
Okay.
gotta put your phone in there.
So,
and
all
it
right.
makes that a sat.
So I have to buy the receiver.
Yeah, and it's like I think that's like $75, but they're not as fucking reliable as if you just get a satellite phone,
All right. Hear
which
me
is like
out.
500.
No, satellite phone. Oh, I don't know. I seen a satellite phone that had texting. That shit was like 8 and change.
I'm not texting nobody from a
I don't
satellite
know.
phone,
Maybe some
bro.
yo dogs. Listen,
If I'm using a satellite phone, and it ain't time for a fucking text, bro.
all right, hear me out.
Pick up the fucking
All right,
phone.
I understand what you're saying. You are right. I'm not going to disagree with you. If it calls for me breaking out the satellite phone, we may be past texting. But what I'm saying is, going forward into this time, say hypothetical. All right, let's get into some hypothetical thinking. Let's say that this summer's big tragedy to try to war off the stave on classism is going to be hitting the power grids. And not for any other reason than cause chaos, stir up a lot of market, and be truthful, they're kind of on their way out anyway. And that's kind of what this is going to do. Hear me out. Like I said, these are just what ifs. What if power goes out and all we got is satellite phones? So it's like, okay, boom, I could check on you, you could check on me. We're actually, it's just like Hurricane Sandy. Anyone who went through the whole weeks with no power or any, Sandy was my experience. Pretty sure like Katrina.
You do have to pre-charge your satellite phone though.
Motherfucker, I'm a goddamn electric engineer. I'll show you how to make a battery out of some fucking.
So if in
pennies
that
and
case, then you
shit.
could charge your regular phone.
The way that those phones work are off relay towers. If there's no main power, there's no relay tower. So it doesn't matter. That's why you should be going SOS. Yeah, engineer, bitch. And because I worked on that Verizon tower that day and I learned all their shit as much as I could, like when I was in there, and I was like, that's fucked up. Like nationwide coverage, my ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit goes out. Even here's the worst part, right? If the shit goes out, you won't even, if you're, the closer you are to it, it'll take like service. Like you'd be able maybe to get it from like the next one. Nah, that shit purposely because it's trying to draw it. It's stupid, but yeah. So let's say no power. We all got them shits. I'm not always gonna want to have a fucking talk. Like sometimes I am gonna want to just text you and be like, "Yo, look at this mad funny shit."
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to send pictures through your satellite phone, bro.
Fuck out of here. Why not? That doesn't even make sense.
Because they're not made for that.
Keep talking.
Satellite phones are not made to take and send pictures. They're not SMS. I don't even think they are SMS capable.
Okay.
So wait, and once again, if you're using a satellite phone, it is not the time to be sending pictures.
They are capable of sending and receiving text messages, making voice call, and sending and receiving pictures. Satellite phones as of 2018.
I bet you that one is gonna be like 2 bands, and you're not getting that one.
Nah, bro, shit is cheap now.
Bro, I just told you, I just bought one like last summer or 2 summers ago, and I returned it because I knew I wasn't gonna use it, and I bought it for no reason. I paid like $500 for the shit, and it was like the most basic one off Amazon.
All right, well, guess what? I'm not doing that, bro. I'm gonna invest. Because I think it'll be cool. Like, if I gotta get one of them build-up stations, imagine some shit that looked like, you remember the old when they first converted the like iPod situation, and everything was coming with the fat charger. Shout out to all my fat charger remembers. Remember how they had the boom boxes and shit that they would have? If that, I would get some satellite phone shit like that it looks like a 1950s war shit. Just even if it doesn't need it for all that, like just for the aesthetic, I think it'd be cool. Like I just sit down at the end of a day, I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? Or say I'm trying to watch somebody do something stupid, like post-apocalyptic stupid. Like, yo, look at this dude trying to cook his kid, and then like the guy's running around a fire chasing the kid. Like that'd be mad funny.
But how would you record it?
I'd probably just do mad photos.
If they're able to receive, they didn't say take photos.
Yeah, it did say. It said it's multi.
Receive.
It said send and receive. It wasn't
I
like
didn't hear
just
you
receive.
say send and
Yeah.
receive.
Oh, you're making me
But
self-conscious.
send doesn't
Sending
even-
and receiving. Yeah.
Sending them receiving doesn't mean that you can take pictures. That means you can have a file on your phone and send it.
Why are you making life so difficult right now? Like,
I'm
bro,
just trying to bust your bubble, bro.
Bro, you're not trying to bust my bubble, fam. I just seen 2 crackheads who had like a name brand phone we're not even familiar of, and them shits definitely have like 60 megapixel cameras on them. It doesn't matter. Like everything has a camera, fam. Why?
I don't think so.
I promise you they do. You know why? Because of the NSA. If it got a camera and it got a microphone, you can be listened to. So we're gonna put that shit on everything.
The point of satellite
Frank's
phones
hot
are
sauce.
not to be listened to.
No, the point of
Yeah.
satellite phones are to be when you are someplace that doesn't have a repeater tower, for you to be able to use.
Satellite phones don't work off your T-Mobile service.
No, they
anymore.
work off actual like placement alignment of satellites. That's why you always can't use them at the same time. You have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
So-
great
so not
relay
be
system.
tracked.
Just because you can still get listened to. If I get your number for your satellite phone, fam, it's over. And mind you, I'm just a simple man. I'm just a simple guy who knows some people. Imagine what the government could do, or the people selling it. Because now I'm starting to think, right?
That's why all the mercenaries and all that use satellite phones, so nobody could be listening to them.
Chill, son. Real mercenaries write messages on the wall in the blood of their enemies. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I was here. Do better with plumbing. Nah, but I'm just saying. So like, I'm not always gonna want to talk, bro. Like, but I think it'd be funny to send you like a funny ass video. Like, yo, this dude thought that he figured out how to make wine in his toilet, and he died. And, like, I'll just show you the guy like hanging in his toilet.
Yeah, nah. If we using satellite phones, don't send me nothing unless it's something that's gonna better our situation. A picture or a video of quote unquote funny is not gonna do it for us. This is satellite phone is like Walking Dead.
No, I get it, but my whole point is like, dogs. At some point or another, there's gonna be a moment of stability, and even if it's a brief window, even if it is the eye of the storm, as you
Still
should
don't
say,
send me no fucking pictures or videos on my satellite phone.
I might like laugh and be like, "Yo, you remember traffic? LOL." Like, I'll just send that to you. That's the way. That's the way I would think about things. Like, because after a while, like I said, not every day I'm not gonna be like, day 3, I've discovered osmosis. Like, no, motherfucker, like it's me. Fuck am I gonna do? I'm like, bro, threw a bottle, hit a bird. Like, yeah, New World's cool.
But you wouldn't have to talk to me about it.
Oh, who the fuck am I gonna talk to? The people who seen me hit the bird with the bottle?
Yeah,
They're
like
there.
your wife.
She's there.
Yes, you talk to her.
I'm like, hey, you remember 2 minutes ago when I did that thing? No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna text you about it.
Fucking guy.
It'd be great though. I would like to start like I think about doing that sometimes, and this is gonna be a real weird tangent. But anyway, conspiracy wrap up. Think about it. The grid can go out at any time, and then how are you gonna send these funny? Yo, what's gonna happen to the group chat in the days of fucking satellite phone?
I won't listen to have to read Ed's text messages no more.
Yeah, fuck you, Ed.
Let's
Yeah, no,
shut down the
I don't
grid.
even want to. Yeah, yo.
Yo,
I'll
hold
be
on.
honest with you. I never really wanted more of a power outage than when I see a conversation in a group chat that I'm not a part of, and that I also have I've lost my nerve with. I was like, yo, you know what?
Have you not
Blackout.
noticed that ever since he lost his green bubble, he loves to text now?
Yo, the green bubble, blue bubble thing is a thing. I know people like, I know that it's looked at it as a very, like, I don't know. Some people think it's like corny to think about it. Like, to be honest with you, I look at it just the same way I look at everything else, is like research information. People who have droids tend to be more reserved as individuals. And I mean that sincerely. Like, people who have droids tend to be more, iPhones are made for us silly masses.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
As
Like, for
soon
us,
as he got an
yeah.
iPhone,
Chatty Cathy.
he's Chatty Cathy.
Chatty Cathy. And shout out to him because he made that was a big life decision. But also, I will say this, you know
that
what?
we complained
We
about
did
for
that
years.
too. Yeah, and I know that we're the reason.
Thank God we did that.
I don't know, because now I will say that.
Wait, Nate, I don't know about thank God if we did that or not. Cause
Hear me out.
yes, now we can get the pictures and videos
Yeah.
in the chat, but now he,
No, it was great. Yo, shout out to the question, man. He makes great conversation. I just had no parts of it. I was in the doctor and I was just like, oh, shut the fuck up, phone. Like, so yeah, you know what? I wouldn't have minded
that's how it be
blackout
when I'm
then.
driving. Every single time.
Nah, I make it so that like when I plug my phone into the car, I don't see any text messages.
Nah, I don't see
That
them
causes
either.
extra anxiety. I don't.
I just know that they're going off because my watch is going off. The little notification on the top.
Bleep, bleep, just pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know what?
I don't have it on the car play because that'll just fuck up everything.
Well, I don't have it on the CarPlay either.
That'll
That's what I
fuck
mean,
up
though. No,
everything.
we don't need any of that. Now it's fine.
I
But you
won't
know
be
what?
able to listen to nothing.
I start to wonder now that we say things like that because you think about the way that the progression of technology and the way that like our conveniences really do change and manipulate. Like, all right, the capability to have a more easy-oriented texting group, like everything is more file information. You know, when you go Mac to Droid, shit gets all fucked up because there's like conversion and shit. So the idea that you can have like a coherent chat without any of that does make conversation easier, which makes it
Flow more.
flow more, which I guess also fills some sort of like serotonin for you to chase it. Because now I see why people, because I do, like when we get into a good conversation, I'm with the shits because it really is funny. Like you can make a great conversation then I wonder how much of that is just chasing the dragon. And then I think with that, maybe the blackout wouldn't be such a big, maybe we'd go back to having morals, man. Or complete chaos, 50-50. Easily 50.
Where the fuck do you come up with that from a group chat?
I think about people's brain
Like, what
structure.
the fuck?
No, I do. I think about people's brain structure. Like I think about your accessibility to something may nowadays also dictate your usage of it. And are we just abusing things? The same reason, like, yo, man, this wise gentleman by the name of Tampa Tony. is quoted saying, when Twitter first came out, he was like, "Yo, this is gonna be a bad thing." Guy goes, "Why?" Goes, "Because not everyone deserves to have a voice sometimes. Like, in the idea of giving the entire world a voice is dangerous." And yeah.
No, everyone
So,
deserves a voice.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Everyone deserves a voice. Not everyone deserves a platform. And that's the problem.
Your voice is your platform.
Nope, the internet is the platform I'm talking about. Like, yeah, you could yell outside on a box, but you know how people stop? Like, they just don't go near you.
Most people that yell on Twitter get it's like same thing as crying outside on your soapbox. It's only famous people that get retweeted and the shit gets a big deal about. If
Yeah,
you
but
ain't
that's my
famous
point,
and you're a regular Joe Schmo, yeah, it's once again it's just like crying on deaf ears, so it don't matter.
No, it does.
Yeah, so you have your voice, but it's
Yeah, but-
only your people that you deal with that probably feel like you are listening.
Agreed. But just like you just said, only it's the famous people. It's only a select few whose voices are out there. And, you know, they're famous, they're politicians, they're TikTok stars. Like, it's very funny to think about who people, like, seek conversation and shit from. And, like, we're just going with loudest, sometimes dumbest voices, whether it be for whatever reason. And mind you, I do see the irony in saying that on a podcast. Like, I'm not, I'm not lost. It's not lost. Once again, I'm just as shitty and vain as all of you. Like, it's fine. Like, maybe not to as deep, but to somewhat. But yeah, dude, I think that it's the human brain, man, and that's where I got off the group chat. If we got rid of it, maybe people would be more civil. And I don't mean just the group chat because that was a stupid conversation, but I mean like the outreach of tech. Maybe the world wasn't meant to connect. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we were cool with just huts and boats.
That's what I do agree with the part that the only part I agree with you right there is that the world should not be able to all connect. Like me in New York, I probably shouldn't be able to contact some random person in Milwaukee, right? Because maybe if I met a random person in Milwaukee in my walks of life, fine. But just going online and go hashtag Milwaukee and clicking somebody's page and having a conversation with them, I probably should not be able to do that. That's a little bit too much access to everyone, you know. But at the same time, that's how people have been the most millionaires are ever now because of the access that you have to everybody. And listen, people listening to us in fucking Germany. I don't know not a fucking soul in Germany, but we got listeners in fucking Germany, and yo, shout out to you in Germany. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it wasn't because of this internet, we wouldn't fucking, they wouldn't be listening to us. So you gotta look at it. There's pros and cons to every situation in life, no matter what it is, and you just gotta, no matter. There's always, and no matter how you look at it, if you look at it through the pro view,
Aspect, yeah.
you're gonna see more pros than cons. If you look at it through the con view, you're gonna see more cons. If you kind of be indifferent about it and kind of teeter, you know what I mean? You kind of live life cool. It's up to you know what I mean?
I agree, and that's funny because there's definitely moderation.
Basically,
Yeah.
everything in moderation type of shit.
A good servant but a bad master. Yeah, no, moderation. I get you, man.
Watch the news, believe 2% of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. But you know what though? That's funny because now when you say it like that, you're like, yo, dogs, that is the way that I look at. Like, I take every piece of information, everything in this world, with just a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I take in what I understand or what I like about it. It's my way on philosophy. Period. If I enjoy it, then I will I'll take that. Like, well, we can add that to the acquisition. Like, oh fuck, yeah, no, I've been thinking about it this entire time. Huh.
So I'm gonna let y'all know now, if y'all listening to this episode and it sounds a little crazy, we forgot to turn the fucking AC off.
But I
in
want you
the
to know that we're
room.
comfy. And that's different.
And since it's on, we're not gonna turn it off now.
Yeah, it'd be really weird.
It'd be
if
really weird. Then you'll hear the difference and it's gonna fuck with you. So we're just gonna leave it on for the whole episode, and hopefully I'll be able to take it out in the background later, through editing.
If not, this is going to go down as our most philosophical episode that never came
That
to
never
air.
came out.
That would be, yo, son. If we had to really put a fucking spotlight, like 2.5, 3 years into like doing all this shit, like just as far as us just
How many
getting into-
episodes we had to throw away?
Yo, son, like
And
that
they were always like the good ones.
bangers. Like we've lost so much shit in between moving processes through the computers, like through all that shit. I think about and I'm like, yo, that would probably be in the record books what our greatest thing. Like they made their greatest work in the dark. Pause, and no one's seen it. Like if you were there, man, and you experienced it, you were there.
When they make our 30 for 30,
yeah,
that's gonna be, part of the yo, you missed this. There was this episode, and
yeah. Y'all
the
have
first
no
couple
clue.
weeks.
You have no clue about GB and the Pie Nest.
Yo,
you have no clue.
you have no.
The
There
lost
was
tapes.
really no clue
Yeah, the lost
of how
tapes.
much editing was done when GB was on it with us.
Still the greatest thing ever. And look how and then here's my
Then they get erased from YouTube.
Yeah.
So now there's like really
there's no record of them.
No
They
record
don't
of it.
exist. The audios are all there.
The audios, yeah.
Yeah, there's those, but still, the visual aspect of
The
it's
visual
gone.
made it so much better.
But that is funny though. That like once again we would have our
And
most.
and you also could see we lost our kind of like our glow up.
Yeah, we had a bubble and then it popped.
Like you lost
Mhm.
how we started, and
Yeah,
we're
now
not
we're here.
obviously we're not in a professional studio, but compared to where we started, this is
Yeah, and our
this is
transitions of
yeah.
studios and cameras and editing and like when everything was. Look, I found GoPro footage, and was just like, yeah, we've been funny for forever. Like, yeah, I was like, I've always been that guy. Yo, you know what my other favorite thing to do is? So you were talking about the fucking when they do the 30 for 30. So because I've been hurt and like bedridden, and on my computer a lot, so I started doing. I'm gonna do like you remember VH1's making they were like behind the music when they were talking about that. I'm doing that with the Outliers. We're gonna make a documentary right now, and got the trailer coming out soon. It's gonna be funny. But I started thinking about it when you go back, because I had to look at all the footage I could find, because also because of how many different computers and different fucking shits like drives we've had.
put
to
it on
switch.
different drives.
Yeah,
It's-
man.
Yeah, I
Like,
have
shit
like
is not even
4 hard drives
yeah.
because when we started, I went crazy and went to Target and did a lot of self checkout.
In
And
fact, mad SSDs.
So
Mad SSDs.
I got mad fucking hard drives, 2 terabyte, 3 terabyte, 5 terabyte hard drives,
I'm just random shit.
and there's shit on each one of them, and it's just crazy because they all look the same. So I don't know. I just grab one, plug it in, save it, and then it's over.
I'm gonna make a compilation out of like all the shit that I have between like first studio, first season, fucking Outliers shit, fucking sports take shit, like just mad different
Oh,
cast
man.
together, M&K, mad different shit together, and I'll make an entire trailer of my different hair transitions. Yo, I never realized how like, and that's where my whole.
But
'cause
that is
normally,
funny.
I don't think of myself as a vain person, and I swear to God, that's where this thought came from. Because I was like, I'm not a vain. I've never been. I'm not cool. I've never been cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to dress. Like I'm me. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to. So to see that, and I go, oh, I'm kind of a bitch, huh? Like I was really looking at it like, look at you. Who do you think? Who thought you could pull off a Pele? And I was like, and I remember at the time being like, yo, this is dope. Like, and it's crazy how many times, and then also the frequency.
Yeah, no,
As
you
much as
you
it's like
changed your hair a lot.
3-4 years. Yeah, I was like, son, I really am like, and because of the way I look, the default white guy, like I really look like a different character every time, and it's so fucking funny.
But it's
And also
funny,
because
it's
I got the
true.
Jonah Hill weight situation, where one day I'm fucking 300 pounds, the next day like I look like I haven't eaten. By the way, I hope I look like I haven't eaten, because I haven't. Like, I really have not, because yo, drugs suck. Like, this is what I mean. I don't understand people, but now that I'm starting to get
Yo, I
like
can't
back,
stand
yo,
you.
dead ass, bro. Like, one thing I did, I got on the scale this morning and went, well, that's nice. You know, like, sure, I
It's gonna help you on your bet.
oh yeah, I know, and that's what I'm saying. I told you I was gonna win one way or another. Like, I don't need water, baby. This is all I need, and
Shit.
life energy.
No, but I was thinking about that because I was looking through my phone. Not so. I was like probably like last week sometime, just looking through old pictures and shit. And you in every picture have a different hairstyle. It's like you got a fade in one. You got you have a picture. You have a mohawk, bro.
Yeah,
Like not a
mohawk.
not a
Yeah.
spiky mohawk, but
a curly mohawk.
a
Yeah.
curly mohawk.
curly white trash mohawk. Yeah,
It's crazy, bro.
yeah, bro. I've been fighting.
And me,
off,
I'm just bald in all the pictures.
yeah, I've been fighting off trying to do like a mullet. But I'm not gonna cut my hair now. Like my hair is so OD long for all the listeners. Sorry, but if you can see the video, my hair is actually mad long now for no reason. My barber's like, "What you doing with it?" I'm like,
I already know what you're doing, bro. I already know, bro.
"Oh, I told you I'm going."
You
for
doing the
Kenny
Ice
Powers.
Spice?
The who?
The Ice Spice?
Watch your fucking mouth, man. Look
Yo,
at me.
Max Ice Spice. Max Spice. That's
Sam,
you.
first off, let me be the first to tell you, like, I find the fact that you have to get your hair done like that offensive as fuck.
That's her natural hair.
Oh, cool. Nah, I seen her the other day in some shit with straight hair. And I
Yeah,
was
no,
like,
that's a wig.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought she really, like, I was like, okay, so you know what? I'll take that back. I'll fuck with you, Ice Spice. You know what it's like to get out the shower and your hair just does that. Like, all right, this is the style now. The cool thing is,
Yo.
dead ass, here's the funniest shit. You remember the show How I Met Your Mother?
Uh-huh.
It was me and my wife's shit. When there was an episode where he was like, the dude had like same curly hair that I got. He was like, I told you guys one day it would stop growing up and it would start growing down. And like his shit was like, man, majestic looking. It looked like Troy Polamalu. So I always used to say that shit. And I guess maybe because just this time, because I've had my hair long before, but like this time the way that I'm taking care of it is just kind of like bohemian. It is kind of happening.
Yo, I'm so happy I didn't take a sip right there, bro. I am so happy I didn't
Well,
take
you don't
a
like
sip.
the term bohemian? Like that's
Nah,
what it is, man. It's very earthy.
That just would not have been good for the
Yeah.
mic. Pause.
Yeah, bro. I'd be fucking using like essential oils, like all natural shit. I just let my curls like come down. Now I got like the Marilyn Monroe shit. It looks sexy when I got out the shower.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. I'm losing
talking
weight.
about oils, not to interrupt you, but talking about oils, if anyone has can suggest a new beard oil for me, the last beard oil I had stained a whole bunch of my clothes, and I had to throw away about like 7-8 items because they're now sleeping shirts or hoodies that now I wear to work. So if you have a beard oil that will not stain my clothes, can y'all please put that in the DMs for us, please, and thank you. I really appreciate that. Go ahead.
Now that you've said that, I'm just gonna pivot real quick to that, and like, let me tell you about some other shit that I've realized too. In the process of having all these different hairstyles and beard lengths, I've always been a beard aficionado because I've had a beard since 12, so I've always had to kind of figure it the fuck out. Which is another funny thing if you look at young pictures where like everyone was trying and I was like 11 with the full chin strap. Like it was patchy, but it was there.
It was there.
Yeah, you can see my mustache was less thick then. But bro, beard care, man, I do that shit too. When you go into, it's bad that I have more products than my wife, and she put me on, so I ain't gonna front. But then like you just run wild with it. Like the Shea Moisture men's collection. This isn't a plug, but whatever.
I don't like it too much.
Oh my god, you don't like smelling like just amazingness, and you don't like being soft.
It don't really do it for it makes my beard like weird.
Oh, you got colonizer face. Doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Them oils help my
It
skin.
makes my hair like my beard like white people hair. It don't just fall. It goes
Are
like
you saying that the natural remedy reveals your true facialness?
no. It kind of like gives like a perm almost.
Yeah, you got colonizer mug.
That's
I get
just
it.
like a perm for your beard. I don't like that shit.
Oh no, my well, you know what? Keep
You know
it a
what?
buck.
You know like those people
shit
that like
doesn't
do
even-
the put a hot comb to their beard and it should be mad straight.
Ooh, the silky beard.
Yeah, that's what
I
it
do
does
that.
to my beard. I don't like that shit. I like my
Yeah.
shit curly. You know how it's supposed to look.
Nah, my shit hurts. Sometimes like, it's tight curls like that. So like, yeah, bro, I got a bunch of different shit, man. This is I Shea Moisture line I fuck with. There's a new one that I just picked up called Zenox something, but it smells like when I smelt it in the thing, it smelled different than when I put it on. When I put it on, it smells like fruity, but like sexy fruity. Like, and it's also very smooth. I got, you know what it is? My skin be dry.
Sexy fruity.
Sexy fruity. Pause. But now my skin be mad dry, so like I'm always switching. Same thing with like the skin creams and shit. Like right now, I'm heavily just staying with what always has worked for me is Aquaphor. But like some days when you gotta go out, you gotta use a certain type of Eucerin. You don't want to be too this, you gotta be too that. Ashy elbows. I was once told by a lovely lady that ashy guys don't get blowjobs. So like, yep, that shit is words to live by. She's a wise woman. And I was like, yo, she was like, yeah,
Holy
no
shit.
chick wants to blow a guy with ashy anything. 'Cause it's like, he doesn't even care about his skin. Imagine. Like, yo, that's wild intelligent.
She has a point,
Yep.
but that's just crazy. That's just a crazy saying. Like, there's sayings like, like in Spanish is, el que no consejo no llega viejo, which is if you don't listen to advice, you won't live to be old.
Yep.
This nigga talking
The
about
curse.
if you don't, put lotion on your elbows, you won't get head. That shit is crazy.
Listen, let me ask you a question. And this is going to be a very philosophical episode. Because here's something that I've also been trying to like press the importance of. Just that saying. And that's why I laughed as hard as I did, because I just remembered so many different older people in my life saying that and me going, okay. okay. And now that I am old, going, yo, that was probably the most precious piece of information that
My
I
nigga,
never got.
I have that exact
Mhm.
saying tatted because my grandma used to say that
Yeah.
shit to me all the time.
That's so. With that being said, let me ask you, young men out there, or young chicks with dicks, whatever. Yo, dude. Once again, gender fluidity. We don't care about any of that. We were on it before you socialists were on it. I hate to be like that. It's called growing up Puerto Rican in New York. It is what it is. All right. I seen them shapes, sizes, and then cross over. It happens. All right. I seen rebounds. I've seen third transformation. Shit, you don't even know where it's going. Cell's perfect form. I seen it. Bitches used to work on 11th. I seen it. So, with that being said, let me be the first to be like, yeah, anyone out there who wants to get, I'm pretty sure it, nah, guys really don't care. I was about to be like, I'm pretty sure if I seen a chick and she was ashy, I wouldn't, and then I was like, stop. What are we about to lie about? What are we about to pod about? No,
How
no.
ashy?
Okay, correct. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If she looks like baby powder, like
Yeah.
splotches,
Yeah.
or crocodile skin for the fair,
Yeah.
the
Nah.
fair folk, because we get a different kind of ashy.
Yeah.
We get like Crocodile Dundee, like we look like lizard people. So like if you've got, all right, but here come interesting question. And this is just a
Don't blame it
sidebar.
on eczema.
That was gonna be my question.
Yeah,
I'm like, what do
I
you do
knew
for
that's where you
people-
was going.
what do you
I
do
knew
with
you was
people
gonna try to
with the skin?
scapegoat to be freaky, bro. Don't blame it on the eczema.
Nah, eczema is something that like I don't play with because I know it hurts. So I'm just like, ugh.
Don't blame it on the
But
eczema.
if she had like eczema just on like the upper cheek area, I'm like, all right, like lower back, like it's workable. You know what I'm saying? Like we just don't make contact, no friction. I get no problem, it's workable. But like arms and shit. Plus, like I said, yeah, if you like you immediately see that, are you gonna stop? She turns around, she's like, sorry, I got bad eczema. You go, well, this isn't gonna work. Like, do you do that?
I
'Cause
don't,
I've never seen anyone do that.
listen, I've done some things in life that
Yeah, it's
most
so weird.
most people would not agree with my doings,
Choices.
my choices.
My doings.
Yeah, I couldn't find the
done
word.
Did some things that
I did some things and people don't like what I did
That's hilarious.
or wouldn't agree
I
or
done
you
did
know
some
or call
things.
me like I'll be like I'm wild out for doing these type of things, but I kind of have a set standards and
You know what's crazy is I didn't know where you were about to go with that, and I was about to be like, no, we're not doing the same thing. I was like, we're not gonna false equivalate like me in the sense of like that's good knowledge to put on, to moisten your skin
oh no
so
no
people don't want to lick you,
no,
and your life choices overall because they.
oh no
for you
I'm
to
not
be
talking
like,
about those type of
Someone
choices.
calls me and is like, yo, you're wild, and I'm like, no, we're not gonna cross
Oh
justify.
no, we're not talking about those type of
Okay,
wild
cool.
choices. We're talking about
Yeah,
those
no,
type
okay.
of life choices.
Yeah, okay, yeah. For the first step, because I
Yeah.
thought you were trying to use it as like an overall justification for when you be doing shit. I was about to be like,
No.
whoa.
You can blame that.
Yeah,
you can
it's
talk to
fine.
my therapist and
Yeah,
why you
that's
gotta
fine.
blame that.
I'll say being on the other end of that phone call, like, yo, you shouldn't have done X, Y, and Z, or yo, you're wilding for X, Y, and Z, and then you being like, yeah,
Elbows.
yeah, justification. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Though. So I
Ashy
think
elbows, duh.
that is a good piece of advice. So guys, like, if you're girls, whatever, people,
Everybody.
I guess
Lotion
yeah,
up.
I guess we should start everybody
Everybody lotion up.
lotion up, bro. Grease it up,
Summertime
man.
is coming, your
Mhm.
legs is out, lotion up. Arms is out, sun's out, guns out, buns out, lotion up.
Important fact.
Baby oil with the beach bum cream.
Yeah, if you want to cook. So not everyone's skin can do this. These are not general, like we're not giving out health things.
Oh no, you know, certain people need certain different type
But
of moisture.
What I will say is if you are going to be outdoorsy.
Cause I need
and-
that like that extra strength lotion. My shit be ashy.
Yeah. Bees like that. I'm also very pale, so like whatever.
That's the only thing
Mhm.
that saves me during the winter time is that I lose my color, so you don't see my ash.
Yeah.
But once I start getting my
Nah,
color
I'm a
back
ashy
in the
motherfucker.
summer, then you really see my ashiness, and it's not looking good. So I really gotta be lotioning up.
Hey, you want to hear some funny shit? This is like some like real just like we're gonna call it bar nest material when we say something personal. It's bar nest. You know what's mad funny? The days that I don't put on like if I don't lotion up or if I don't throw on grease as soon as I get out the shower, like and just like cover my skin. Like I said, my skin be dry from what we do with work. My hands always be. That's why my hands I try not to let them crack. Like I know how bad it could get. But the days I don't, I'll be hyped like when my wife don't catch me. She'll be the first person to say something. She'll be like, "Oh, this is dusty, dirty." She's like, "Why your elbows look like that?" Like white people's elbows are weird. She said shit to me the other day. I was just like, I mean, yeah. She was like, it just doesn't. She was like, why? You just put lotion on. Like, it's
Put
right
lotion
there.
on.
And I was like, yo, you know I do. Like this is just this moment. I hadn't rude.
Rude.
Yeah, but like I said, passing that advice on to younger generation, man. Don't let this go with on deaf ears. Be careful of your life choices and always grease up, or else ain't no one gonna want to touch you.
Yeah.
Can't get that dick wet or that clit licked or that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. No mouth action.
Yeah. Or yeah. No mouth action.
No mouth action.
No
with,
mouth
with ashiness.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Important pieces of advice have been given over my life that I never really took into consideration until I was an older person, and it's because no one really stopped me and was like third party, not the person obviously trying to make the point, but no one third party was like, yeah, that's good advice. Like, let me be the first person to tell you that, hey, if they're telling you that now, and that's what I'm trying to be as that guy. Like, if I hear something that sounds good and that's worked, I'm like, hey, just a very beautiful, beautiful woman told me, people who don't use lotion, guys who don't use lotion, don't get blowjobs. Ashiness is gross. Okay.
This is gross. Fucking talking since we're on body parts and all that type of shit. The new trend,
Dude.
this new wild trend of dudes getting the BBL. Well, the men version of the BBL.
Yeah, it's crazy is I don't know what it's called because it was introduced to me as the man BBL.
It's a man BBL, but not a man BBL because it's not a Brazilian butt lift. It's like a body sculpture type of thing.
Yeah, they make you taller. They can make you 5 inches taller.
Oh no, you talking about that man, or you talking about the actual?
Oh, you're talking about the abs. Oh, okay. We'll
the
talk about
abs.
both. You go first. My bad.
Oh yeah, because
you
know it all started with Funk Flex. Well, as the famous person, because I'm pretty sure there's guys all over the world that already have gotten this.
He did that live though, didn't he?
He did it on Instagram Live.
Yeah,
my
that
nigga.
was live. That's a pretty famous thing though.
My nigga, that's
Always be working.
My nigga, that's super. First off, the man,
Content,
him getting the fucking lipo is crazy as a man. That is just wild. I'm gonna go to the gym, do some, go get the lap band surgery, you know, and lose the weight that way. I don't give a fuck. Man, liposuction is crazy, bro. That just sounds pause to begin with. Just like pause. Liposuction for a man, pause. Crazy. And then,
yo, man, see, look at you fucking body shaming.
No, that's crazy, bro.
No, I agree with you. I surgery shame. I surgery shame all the time.
Nah, like I understand
God,
females, y'all get it, but dudes, nah. You that is crazy. Go outside. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not with that. That sounds crazy to me.
Yo, you know what's nuts? Is
The niggas, how you go from from being 250 to having abs?
Yo,
but you can be 250 with abs though. But 250 at 5'2", and now you have abs.
For the right price, and like maybe I guess like 8 months of like all together work. Yo, so you can come back a whole different person because you could do that plus your normal slip, nips, and cuts, plus the getting tall surgery now, where they can make you 5 inches taller. Like, yo, you could really come back a whole different human being.
You gonna get taller 5 inches. You gonna get your dick bigger 3 inches.
Facts.
You're gonna lose all your fat.
Facts.
And get abs and pecs and calves.
Mm-hmm.
And be the new bad bitch.
If they were to make this more of a repeated science and not just like one of the things, like, you got to remember.
Nah, niggas been getting their calves for years.
Hear me out though. Like I said, you got to remember that for every popular base of, like, I guess, inventive medicine, there's like the bootleg market. Hence why, like, when BBLs became famous, how many chicks died in basements?
Yeah, but the fucking fix a flat.
Everyone makes that joke, but that really happened.
Yeah, no, that was it.
And they used
their bitches was really using fix a flat.
They use compound.
They use compound. They use cork.
Yeah, they use compound and something powder.
Anything you could put in
pliable
into a fucking form, like a gel form.
Yeah, you could shape. No, that's what. So that's what happened. They used some sort of like, I don't know. It was like basically somebody made a cocktail, bro, using like all different types of shit to fix sheetrock.
Yeah.
And when they shaped it, the way that it hardened, they didn't realize that like it was going to keep that weight going, so it started tearing that shorty, like ripping her back. Like, dude, that's crazy. So now you gotta imagine how many motherfuckers are gonna go for these, like, yo, son, if you could tell me I can go to DR for a weekend, have the DR experience plus get abs, dogs,
and then go to Turkey and get the perfect hairline. You don't need hair right now.
No, I don't.
But you gotta go to Turkey and get the perfect hairline for fucking 7 bands.
Yo, if we did all that in-house, bro, you know how much better America would be?
That's crazy, bro.
Nah, think about that shit, though. And also, you would eliminate the gym market.
For 20 bands, you could become a whole new man, bro.
Yeah, I know. And you'd eliminate the gym market if we did it as a bigger structure. Maybe we should all unite with these people.
That is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
You could be the new Instagram model for 20 bands. And that's actually cheaper than what they have to be spending on their full body BBLs, breast implants, nose jobs, lip injections, cheek implants, jaw
But
realignment.
once again, though, it's about quality of work. That's my point too. That's what I was originally getting at, is the quality of work. When the medicine finally, all right, put it like this: when plastic surgery first started getting popping, it was a dangerous field because it was unstudied
I
thing.
understand what you're
No,
saying.
but hear me out though right now. So like, how many dudes you think are like, yo, bro, I could give you some abs. Come to the crib right now. Like,
Nah,
currently,
nah,
'Cause
that's not
that's
happening.
gonna be. It's not
That-
maybe.
There's only
Maybe.
doctors really doing that shit because the whole surgery, apparently, from what I've seen on YouTube and shit, the surgery for the men BBL and all that type of shit is way more extensive than the female.
Yeah, I
'Cause
know.
there's
You
not-
gotta make me taller.
No, I'm not talking about just the taller one.
That's
I'm
crazy.
talking about all. That's the easiest one out of all of them.
Really. That's maybe that's baffling to me.
That's bro. All they
That's why
do,
I'm like crazy. About it.
all
Like,
you doing is cutting the bone and extending it. That's the easiest one out of all of them.
So
bro.
you're just putting a rod. You're not even
Yes.
getting more bone.
No.
I know somebody
Why
who
would
had
you
that.
think you get more bone? They're just putting a long, a 4 or 5 inch rod, depending on how much taller you want to get, and extending your bone. That's the easiest surgery. That's like breaking your leg and getting it fixed. I don't know why that one baffles you the most.
Because if it's that simple, why is it just catching trend now?
Because girls just started complaining that if niggas was under 6 feet, they wasn't fucking them.
Okay, correction. I want to just take this moment. What are we at? 106 on the fucking dot.
It's not really 106, but
Well,
yeah.
sorry, people. I just fucked you. My bad. Whoops. Guess I'm looking at things wrong. But I want to take this and say that as far as philosophizing episodes go, what you just said was exactly my point about why the internet is bad. About how everyone shouldn't have it because certain things become a trend and people begin
But
to
it's
follow
not
it.
because of the internet. It's
Guess
just
what? Guess what? Short people would know about tall people in most places now if they didn't have the internet.
nah. It all has to do with
Fuck
since the girls look the way they do, they want the guys the
Yeah,
quote
to be
unquote
taller.
match.
Yeah, I get it.
You know,
Yeah,
like
no, I
Barbie
get my whole
Ken type
point.
shit.
The Barbie Ken type shit. So there's a certain ideal that you're building towards. That wouldn't exist if people weren't constantly seeing it and then seeing people attempt to achieve it. My whole point is,
So you wouldn't have actresses, actors, models, sports figures.
no, we
Because
always have
at the end of
sports.
the day,
We
these
would
are the
always have
people
sports.
that
You
they're
earn
trying to
sports.
emulate.
You earn sports.
You
That's-
still
there's a
have to.
difference.
The men still have to. That still be
All
a person
people.
that a man would want to look like. Pause.
Okay, yeah, but what do you have to do to look like that? You have to do that thing.
One guy does, but if you could get surgery to do it, then he don't.
You're right. I would come back looking like one of the dudes from Robin Hood.
You could go right.
I'm a hater. I
you,
know. I'm
You
just
can
trying to
leave
think
right now to DR and
practical
come back
science.
next month looking like fucking Aaron Judge.
That's what I said. Chip. Yeah, I was gonna wear a Judge jersey too. That's funny. I'll come back in looking like Chip You Betcha with the perfect jaw structure. That's pretty much what I'm doing because I'm hating on it because I think that is the epitome of vanity, and I hate that. Like, dogs, you really are gonna go. I don't get me wrong. I do understand. Like, yo, if you lost like a fucking arm, yeah, bro, get a new arm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I support that. Like, yo, if you're morbidly obese and it's like because
If you have to do it for health
yeah,
reasons,
if you have to do it for health reasons, then do it. But just the aesthetic of one person, and once again, didn't grow up the handsome dude either. I'm the ugly brother. It sucks, bro. That's why I'm funny. That's why I'm intelligent. I swear to God. And that's only because I don't show people Sabs. Because he's actually all of the things combined. He's the strength of Tank, the comedy of, fucking Max, and he's fucking Greek God built. Like, that shit's annoying. So as the ugly Hemsworth brother, I get why the idea of being able to look like a certain type of way would be appealing, but nah, man, that's like not cool. And the only reason I find it not cool, honestly, is because we came up in the stages of where it's more dangerous. Now, I guess because it's more prevalent.
it's
there's less-
safer now.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
I still
and-
I'm never gonna lose that thing of like imagine going
Remember
I'm
the
going to get a
song?
boob lift and then dying.
I got you. Remember the song? Imagine if I was a little bit taller. Imagine if I was
God damn
baller.
it. This isn't an overall
We had a
influence from the
parrot
beginning.
in a hat.
Yeah, but like, man, if you
Imagine that. He imagining it. Now he can be. He could be taller. He could be a baller.
height is the one thing that maybe too. The other thing is because I feel like your body will only allow you to get so tall. Maybe that's why I'm stuck on the height thing as far because I really do feel like now you're defying physics. The abs thing, I look at it and I'm like, yo, Dogs, if you really wanted it, you could work for it.
Yeah, you can.
I've always wanted it, but am I willing to work for it? No. Honestly, I like food. All right? It is what it is. fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You are one of the people who's always preached that to me. Like, yo, you're a big dude. You just be a big dude. Like, it's cool. The idea, but like I said, if it dealer's choice, if I got the weekend to be like, oh, you can go back and come back looking like anyone, I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I like to say that I'm above it, but I don't think I am. And maybe that's where my argument comes from. I'm just a hater.
No, maybe I just think like it just kind of you want to live your short king spring. So
Fuck you, I'm not short. I'm literally average height. I am default character height. All right? I am 5'7". I am default character height. Any game starts off at normal height.
you actually said that on air, your exact height. That's crazy.
Why? Is that a weird thing to do?
Huh?
Is that a weird thing to do?
Nah, cause
Edit that. I'm fill in the blank. Go ahead. Is that like a weird thing?
nah, they just
5'9".
of course. Like I said earlier, and then all the female fans that were lusting over you may not want you now because you addressed their height.
Well, good, you shallow bitches. Like, what the fuck? I'm not. Once again, I'm not.
But we need the fans.
I don't want those kind of.
You're
fans.
the eye candy.
I don't want those kind of fans. Keep it
I
a buck.
do. I want them all.
I know you do, and that's why I said, like, listen,
We gotta
go
have
for the
them
more
all.
traditionally handsome looking one. He's the better of the two of us, because I assure you, I'm gonna call you all types of names as you worship me. Don't do that. And then on top of it, you're gonna leave me
Max
because
is
I
gonna
tell you
start a
my
cult.
height. My height, you bitch. Once again, anything else, I can't make myself taller. That's the whole point of
You
where I'm-
can actually for how much? 8 bands?
And that's my beef, because like I said before, you could work for everything else. You can't work to be taller.
All right, but you can't work to make your ass 40-inch ass when you weigh 97 pounds. But yet you can go to DR and you didn't really have a problem with that.
Accessibility
It's accessibility.
Accessibility does not determine what you should do with it. Once
But
again,
I just said.
oh, and I'm not saying that's okay either. No, I disagree.
Okay.
I said that before though. I don't like body mods because of the danger of it, and maybe because I'm living still in that mindset, which is a result.
Yeah,
of
but it's not dangerous no more. Now they live.
bro. That's like when people tell me AIDS isn't around anymore. Like,
No, AIDS is around.
hear me
You
out.
just won't die.
I know. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. AIDS isn't a death sentence. Like, bruh, I grew up in a time where that wasn't the information. That's where I will say that I preach a lot about the way that you take in, the way that you perceive information, how you should only file it. But that alone proves to you that I'm still like victim to my own situation, because I do have the mindset of that, where it's like, nah, that's a death wish. Nah, that's mad dangerous. Nah, that's like that.
How do you view COVID today?
Who?
COVID.
As the scam it was back then, motherfucker. I told you.
But it's the same people, die from it, and it was 3 years of
Fear tactics.
You
Yeah.
saw the phases of it.
I know, live.
So you go,
In
so
person.
you basically
there.
saw the phases of AIDS. It just took a lot longer.
Nah.
Yeah, since we've been alive, we've seen how the difference of and the number of people with AIDS has diminished a lot more.
I mean,
When we were growing up, I knew a lot of people with AIDS.
Yeah, me too.
Unfortunately,
Me too. Yeah. That's
you
what
know
I'm saying.
that
like,
whole
it's
has
a
to
normal-
do with
Yeah.
sharing needles, all that type of bullshit,
Touching butts, sharing needles.
all that type of shit.
Yeah.
But
Satanic
So-
rituals.
as today, I today don't know that I know of, because obviously also don't know, because that was also something you had to disclose a lot sooner.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, you're not allowed to say that anymore.
Yeah, as I know of, to my best of my knowledge, I don't know anyone with AIDS today.
I mean,
Which kind of sucks, because that means everyone I knew with AIDS passed away. But
oh no, I know a couple fresh victims. No, stop. Nah, man. Once again, it's still prevalent, but like I said, I still have that mindset. 'Cause just like you were like, oh, you just don't die from it now, and I'm like, yeah, but the stigma that you will forever put it like this. You know what? Maybe this is more of a powerful impact point. At such a young age, when my brain was still developing, I witnessed so many people go in so many different fashions that because AIDS was a repeated one of them, or just a health condition in general was such a repeated one of them, everyone kind of went in like a nasty way. I don't know anyone in my life who's ever gone peaceful. So that's why I'm like, that's why that kind of sticks with me, because it's like a cause for that. By the time COVID came around, I was jaded. I was smoking bogeys outside like, God, please hit me. Like, please let something happen. I was letting people sneeze, and I was like, I'm jumping away 2 weeks off of work.
and then you got COVID and you was crying at home.
I was like, y'all was crying at home. I was chilling. I was
Shit.
chill. I was not worried.
I had COVID. The only time I really had COVID, I actually didn't know I had COVID. I was actually at work.
Yeah, let's not talk about the COVID I got and the COVID you got. You got the COVID C strain. I got day 1 A1. I took out half the population of Wuhan with the same cough that I got. Like, and I lost once again. I lost all the senses. That the smell went, taste went, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, people are going months without getting it back." I was like, 5 days, nothing but everything I ingested within that time frame was THC. Whether it was a drink, whether it was edibles. Why? Because if I can't physically taste, I'm gonna imagine and remember tasting, and that's exactly what happened, bro. I think I retrained my brain straight the fuck up, and I think that same thing is capable with a lot of other shit. Like dogs, imagine I could be like, you're like, oh man, I'm ugly, I want to go get the surgery done, and then I'm like, zap, and all of a sudden you're like, ain't so bad looking. Like that's the mental influence I'm looking to impose. Like I think that everything could just be okay as long as we just be chill.
So you want to be, instead of people being influenced by the internet, you want people to be influenced by drugs.
No, what I'm saying is not drugs. What I'm saying is in a perfect Max situation, if Maxwell had the resources that he deserved, or if you guys could help get, that's what this is all about.
Patreon.com/conspiracy podcast.
Just send us things. It's cool.
We take merch. We take merch.
We do take merch. We take
our merch will be coming out soon.
Yeah, we are. We are doing a drop soon. We're gonna.
Yes, it's gonna be an interesting drop. Y'all gonna like it.
I'm also thinking that like if you are mad scientist of any sort and listening, send some shit, preferably in the psychology department, because like what I'm thinking is you can change
to his box, PO Box Max.
Send it to when my solo pod that's coming, that one. I'll take all that crazy shit.
Send all the crazy shit that way.
This is a corporate establishment.
Yeah, send the corporate shit here.
Send the corporate shit here. You send all the
the dirty underwear, all that to Max.
Yo, you send me dirty drawers, I'm sending some back. Like, and it's not gonna be yours. It's not gonna be returned to sender. It's gonna be a battle. I don't care. All right, I'll start making income like that where I don't gotta do laundry. Yo, I never really want to be rich, but the idea of not having to like wash drawers and socks and shit, like,
it just sell it to somebody.
Oh, if I could turn that into a business, and like I know there's people who can, because I know I ain't gonna lie.
They have websites for that.
Yo, I'm not gonna act like we haven't been looking into other alternatives of income. Like I'd be lying. Like I said, I'm just like all of you people. That's my appeal. If you could tell anyone about anything in this podcast, that is my appeal. I am you. Okay, just probably act like your most form. All right, I'm Joe Everybody. I'm the common man. So when I say that, like, I don't want to do, like, if I could be like, yo, you want to smell these drugs because you like me? All right. Even the drug exchange thing. As long as you don't send me nothing funky, I won't send you nothing funky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a golden rule type shit. But no, man, I want to just change the way people think. Like, a couple zaps in the brain, and all of a sudden, like, you ain't worried about the same shit no more. That sounds kind of, like, really efficient. That would end drug abuse. That would end alcoholism. A little, and this shit is out there because they've been doing it in science since the late 50s, early 60s. It's the whole scientific process behind LSD research, MK Ultra projects, mind control, fucking Operation Open Eye. Like, this is all, and it's all because you can modify the brain. There's a very great quote that's changed. If you could change, you think the way you do because your brain is the way it is. But if you modify the brain, it'll modify the way you think. And that's what they always tell people about, like why ingesting psychedelics is such like a riveting thing, because your brain has changed from that point chemically.
Mm-hmm.
But if we could just skip that process and, lights on, lights off, baby, get the fuck outside, no more school shooters, all right? Here's something that I also want to bring up, and this is going to be a stretch, so my bad, you can take it right after this. I'm just going to end on the changing the way people think thing.
Uh-huh.
Everyone who's concerned about the gender of a young child or someone in school or rules or something, before you start wondering what they want to call themselves, what they want to wear, what part they want to use to pee out of, wonder if those kids have eaten. Because a crazy amount of the kids that y'all are bitching about, the portion that you're not talking about, the ones who don't have fabulous personalities and expressive thinkings, the hungry kids, they outnumber the other ones. So before we start putting in bills to protect names and the way people think, maybe we should put in a bill to keep school lunches free. Offer breakfast to kids who need it. Like, that shit irks me, bro.
No, you definitely have a point there.
So fucking much that everyone's conflating, like, bro, and this is what I mean, though, about something gets said, people respond as if it has something to do with them, then makes it something to do with them, and it becomes a bigger thing. When, once again, if you poll the schools, how many kids feel like they're not, the person that they want to be for whatever reason, and how many kids are hungry, that second one is always going to be a bigger number.
Yep.
And that's a huge fucking problem. So change the way you do things, people. Because if I had bread, that's what I'm doing. All these little orphan fucking hungry kids, I'm making me a fucking, I'm going to have an army. They're going to be well fed, well educated. Hell yeah. I dig dudes like George Soros. You had a good plan. Like, you made a bunch of people, like, whatever. I'd do it.
Army, bro?
Well, army's a bad term. You're right. Picture the Umbrella Academy, except, like, no superhero shit. Probably more like geopolitical nonsense. Engineering.
Oh. Cool.
Nah, man. The fuck? I ain't nobody to praise. Don't praise me. Praise the project. Like, all right, don't look at me. Look at the project. People who are fans of this show, don't look at me. Listen to what I'm saying. Develop your own theories. It's cool. That's all I'm about. I would love to nurture the next kid that, like, bro, you don't have to cure cancer, but, like, you invented hoverboards? That's fucking cool. I would love to be the guy responsible for helping nurture that thing. That's how my spiritual advisor, G. Smith, feels about me. He tells me all the time, he goes, yo, Dogs, you're going to change the world. And it's great to have someone just say positive shit like that.
Yeah, but the guy that's coming from, I love him, but he's a couple screws loose of
Bro, the most genius minds in history were completely, like, weird.
I was having a conversation with him today. And
damn, that is a soon receipt to pull up.
Today. And, it's regular Monday morning conversation. Nobody really want to talk on Monday morning, but no. G does.
He about that.
So I hit him. He hit me with the, yo, what's up? Yo, what's good, G? How you doing? When you, especially in New York, what's good, how you doing is basically just hi.
Yeah, you don't say anything after that.
That's hi.
Hey, how you doing? And you keep moving.
You keep it moving.
You keep moving. It's courteous.
I kept walking. He caught up to me.
Mm.
I'm good. How you?
Mm. G wants something from you.
Oh, so we're doing this.
Mm. Yeah.
It's 7:45. We're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm fine, man. Same shit, different day. Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to not be same shit, different day.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to build for the future.
Mm-hmm.
You got any plans for me?
Mm-hmm.
I just looked at him like, what?
That's a normal Monday morning conversation for me and him.
And I'm like, yeah, because my time here is almost up, and I'm just trying to see where's my next step. And I'm looking at him like, what does that have to do with me? Like, what? Why does your next step involve me? If you have a proposition for me for your next step, I'll listen to it. But what proposition do you think I have for that involves you and your next step?
You know how I know you're not a student? And this is how I'm going to tell you, Al. Because what he is saying in that moment is supposed to instill creativity and thought in your mind. You're supposed to, you're like, oh, I don't have one, but now you're going to be thinking about, like, why would I do it? Now you're thinking about an idea. He just instilled creativity.
For him?
Nah, man, just for you. You act like he's going to remember. He's going to walk away.
Nah, he asked me for an idea for him.
Yeah, I know, but he really isn't asking for him. He's asking for you.
Yeah, no, but if I gave him an idea, it wouldn't be an idea for me. It would be an idea for him.
Yeah, well, guess what? You thought of an idea. He helped you get that. You're welcome.
But I didn't.
That's the whole thing of G. Smith philosophy.
I watched him
looking into the future.
I watched him walk away after he asked me if I had an idea for him. Like, he didn't ask me anything.
Oh, you didn't give him the goods.
No, he said, yeah, you don't have an idea for me? Walked away.
See? What did I tell you? That's exactly what I was saying. What he's doing in that moment is saying that to you so you think. Like, what the fuck's he talking about? What idea? And then he just
don't do that to
walks
me.
Away.
No.
Bro, that's normal G. Smith shit.
Yeah, that's not normal, though.
Bro.
It's normal G. It's not just normal.
You seen the movie Waiting? With Ryan Reynolds?
Most likely.
My man, my favorite guy, the dude who's cool, my grandma, Luis Guzman. Remember he was the chef?
Okay,
yes. In the kitchen, he was like, you show him your balls, da-da-da. So there's an old black dude who, like, chills and smokes cigarettes in the movie.
Wait. Why out of all lines you could have recited, you go with the, show up your balls? What the fuck?
That's the funniest shit out of that movie, where he's just like, because he goes, and you know what's funny is me and my wife are actually talking about this. I'll tell you why. Because that's probably the most important line in the movie, because he goes, yeah, bro, you show him your balls, he looks at them, you call him a and then you get to kick him in the ass. And then he goes, whoa, man, I really got to call him that word? And he goes, Yeah, bro, because if like you don't, then it's like you're just staring at a guy's balls. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's harassment.
And then write it down what time that was, please.
Timestamp. But yeah, dogs. That's the way that That's the way that the Jedi training works, bro. That's why you can't come to the academy, because the mind trick, he just instilled you to be like, what is he talking about? The rest of the day, look, you just brought it up now. It's living in your head, and eventually,
No, it was.
that's gonna
I
sprout
forgot
an
about
idea.
it. Believe me, the
Sprout
only thing
an
I
idea.
did walking away from that conversation was like, I gotta get out this fucking job.
Nah, man. He shares my philosophy and the idea of like, I don't want any type of like fanfare. What I want is more people to be more pushed to thinking, because the more ideas you come up with, the more shit will inspire me. Steel sharpens steel. Like, that's what I want. I want people to stop being like, oh, look, I'm gonna look like yo, dogs. There should be no reason that there's a certain body type that people seek when it's like outside of the realm of health. Like when you're like, oh, I want the Kim K butt.
I was just gonna say, but you
Yeah.
can blame her. You could blame the person that's famous for sucking dick for people dying in basements in Brooklyn.
First off, she's an excellent lawyer.
No, she became a lawyer last year, and she hasn't
still
won not
became it.
one case,
She won many
and she
cases.
failed the bar 4 times
The bar is
before
hard.
she became a lawyer. And she's not even going for criminal law; she's going for civil law, which is the easiest bar.
How many law trials are you doing?
It's the same amount as her, none.
Touche. That was a good rebuttal. I didn't see that coming. All right. Withdrawn. My point was why, but here goes the thing, right? And this is going to sound like a shitty philosophy, or a shitty perception of one. Do you blame the dealer? Do you blame the fiend? Like, who do you blame in that situation? Just because she looks the way she is and does what she does,
Is she the dealer or the fiend?
she's the dealer at that
So I
point. 'Cause she's
blame the
selling the
dealer.
image.
I blame the dealer.
Okay, but do you not hold that in every case, or just this one specifically?
What do you mean? Give me another
In the case of crack. Do you blame the user? Do you blame the dealer?
No, I blame the dealer.
Okay, well then you should understand exactly the point that I'm trying to
It's
make.
it was my fault. I decided to do what I did
Then
and
you should understand
distributed that substance.
Then you should understand the point that I make when I say that the masses is who I'm mad at. It's not the icon. It's the masses. Like, why are y'all following this person? The same people who were during COVID were devout to Fauci. Yo, dogs, you know what was so funny? And shout out to who Gio brought this to my attention the other day. We were just bullshitting about something. Shout out to Gio. And he was like, yo, he put up some shit with Cuomo. And I was like, oh, America's favorite Italian. Like, that's hilarious. And then he goes, bro, do you remember that whole shit? And I go, yeah, dogs. He was a hero up until they didn't need
He was
him
a hero
anymore.
for a year.
He was a hero up until they didn't need you anymore. And, bro, you were the and it wasn't just him. There was so many other people who followed that same line of, like, around
Everyone that was a hero got chopped down. Everyone.
Let that be a lesson.
Stay in the back.
Stay in the back. Play your part. It's better to be a functional player and be ahead of some shit than to be idolized, because you can get the legs swept right out from underneath you. That's why when I look at all these dudes online that got the crazy fanfares, I'm like, nah, man, I like to be a fan of people's work. That's why I like comedy so much, because it's not who they are, it's their stick. Like, that's their thing. Like, when people are like, oh, I'm this way, and nah, man, because then you become brainwashed. You start emulating, and then you fall up short, or you like that. And it's also, it brings no new growth. Or I want to see something different. Kim K was revolutionary because she brought into that whole, white girl with wagon thing.
But she's not white.
Okay.
She's Middle Eastern.
Okay.
She's Armenian.
Sure. That's fine. What I'm saying is that demographic of Hollywood white chick with
She's
butt.
supposed to have a wagon, I think. I don't know what Armenian
She's
girls look
supposed
like.
to have 7 brothers that'll chop you up. That's about it. All right?
I don't know what Armenians look like. I don't really know many Armenians.
I know mad
But
Armenians.
I think
Shout out to y'all.
they get wagons too. I don't know. I don't know what they look like.
Yeah, come to think about it, actually, yeah.
I really don't
I
know what
too
Armenian
many
women look like.
Armenian women that are ugly, actually.
I don't know any Armenian women.
I know a few Armenian women. I know a bunch of Armenian dudes, and shout out to them, because them motherfuckers is real.
I know Albanian dudes. They
Oh, wait,
wild ass
hold up,
niggas.
Hold up.
See, difference.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Mhm.
Different
Shout out to all
letters.
the Albanian dudes. Those are the homies. I don't know. Actually, I know a couple Armenian dudes, but I don't know them from like outside. I know them from like work.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
no.
I know them as like good. You guys are great carpenters. Like shit like that. Or
Okay,
yeah, I
okay.
hope they're Armenian. But, anyway, yeah, dude.
Wait, the carpenters at work?
Nah, not the
Oh,
red
that-
the Red Army. No, I'm not.
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
they
those
the
guys.
Red Army. That's
Yeah,
the whole Red
The
Army.
guys who
over
are
there.
clearly wearing the wire from Putin at the lunch table. When you're like, hey man, how long you been working here? He's like, long time. Grazie. And I'm like, what? Is that Russian? Like,
Yo, this nigga D from my shop. Every time we see him, Russian mafia.
yeah, they all like.
And they
salute-
answer back.
Yeah,
Russian mafia.
It's a call sign to them. That's why they be looking. That's why I be also. I could judge geopolitically how things are going on by how those guys' days are going.
Yo,
If they look stressed, I know that we gotta keep our eyes to the sky. But if they're cool, you know what I'm saying? They come in talking about sports. I'm like, they're not worried about the motherland. We're straight. Like they're not gonna try to bomb us.
yo,
But yeah, she did that, man. She made a bunch of people follow her. It's not cool, bro. Stop being cultist. Don't follow us. Enjoy our ideas. Like you know what I'm saying? Start your own ideas.
nah,
Hit us up with ideas.
follow me.
Cult.
Follow me.
Follow me.
Nah, you know one person that's trying to get really followed though? That nigga John Moran. He
Bro,
wildin'.
I know that we said we were gonna bring it up. Well, I said we were gonna bring it up, and I was kind of like delaying on it. You're right. Please go on. Give the list of antics that have since the last time we did a John Moran thing.
Yo, I feel bad for I felt bad for him before. I feel even more bad for him now because he's just really dumb. That's just what it really is. It boils down to he's just dumb. And I'm sorry. That's it. He's just dumb. You got a chance. You got suspended for 8 games, right? Because of those 8 games, you lost $35 million. $35 million is more than my whole building probably has seen and their whole generation of families in their lives. And you lost it because you didn't play 8 games of basketball.
We recording in the ghetto. That's all I thought about. I was like, damn, way to just like shit on our entire place right now.
My nigga, that's $35 million. That's a lot of money. He lost that because he didn't play 8 games and didn't make any of the All NBA teams.
Yeah.
Now you go and do this shit again. And yo, shout out to whoever your homie was in that car because he tried to save you. He tried so
The best.
hard.
Be like, yo, bro, don't do it.
He dropped that phone so fast,
But he still put it up.
but no, he didn't put it up. They put it up. He
He
asked
did.
her to pick up the phone and record him. He said, What happened? Pick it up.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
you know, nigga, I'm trying to save your life, bro.
Yeah, that's not cool, bro.
Now he might not even play this whole next season. They might take off all his sneakers off the fucking Nike. He just got his sneakers, which they took the Kyrie's, flipped the logo upside down, and made it the John Morant's. And
That's
now,
hilarious.
and
Hilarious
now,
just to say.
that's exactly what they did though.
That's hilarious.
And now he gonna lose.
Smirch.
He got a pair coming out, I think, like this week. This might be his last pair, and they probably only putting them out because they was already probably shipped out.
They are kind of fire, though.
They are, but
Yeah,
still,
I don't know. I get what you're saying, but there's something I want to check, though, as far as John Morant, because, like, there's
and the strippers are suing him from the first time from the strip club.
You a sweet South Carolina boy? Listen, sir. That's what you're going to do. This is a little tip from Maxwell. Stop trying to fight things, too. All right? Sometimes you have to go with the motion of things. If this is the person you want to be, bet. You are from the South, my brother. I suggest you reach out to the Second Amendment people, the big thing, NRA.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out to the NRA. Yo, bro, guess who needs a new sponsor? Glock. No one wants to see these fucking Australians. John Morant. You see John Morant doing the new Mossberg cover, Guns and Ammo, with John Morant? Bro, there's so much of a bigger market for you to tap into.
He can't be an NRA spokesperson and be a face of the NBA.
Oh, so he's not completely fired yet.
No, he's not fired.
Bro, chill. My bad. I thought you were out of
He
work.
might not just play. He might be
Oh.
suspended for a good part of next season or the whole next season, but he still has a job.
So he doesn't get paid if he gets suspended?
No, he does not get paid.
So he doesn't have a job?
He still has a job. He just doesn't get paid.
No. In my mind, it's like, if you're not paying me, I have to get paid somewhere. This is America.
Yeah, he
No
would.
one's gonna-
He
Yeah,
should get paid
David
somewhere else,
Stern
but he
didn't build the facility for
has
like,
enough
players
money
that are
to take
suspended.
off a year. I assume so.
Oh, so if you have to take off that year, so you're just saying what? You're just contractual out. You're not going to be the face if you're fucking suspended.
You're still he's still the face of whatever team he's on. Unless he goes to a team with LeBron, he's the face of that team.
NRA, if you're hearing this, you heard him. Any team he's on, he's the face of that team. Look out for a dude. Dead ass.
They should fight for him, right?
No, they really should. And
But he's
here's-
black, so they won't fight for him.
That
If
is
he was
not
white,
true. That is not
if
true.
they
'cause
was
I know-
if he was white, they would have been fought for him already.
See, I will once again. I'm gonna.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make it racial.
Yeah, one. Come on, don't be a hypocrite because you actually got mad at somebody for doing that. So like, don't
But it was true though.
be that guy. But what I'm saying is that's not true. There's mad huge black names in Noir. If you see this, I would love to come down to Texas and go do that range. Like, look, there's so many pro NRA like
Nah,
Hispanics
I,
and black
want to
people,
go.
like,
I want to go shoot with Black Rambo. Black
bruh,
Rambo, if
that
you
looks
see
like
this,
that looks like what the guys do up the block, but just in a field.
Black Rambo, if you see this, hit me up. I want to go shoot at your range. You got all the ratchets. I want to go shoot all them joints. He got the automatic Desi.
Okay, but can he help John Morant in this situation?
He might. I don't know. But
Help John Morant. If
I
you can.
want to go. I don't like at this point. John Morant, you fucked yourself. You got a chance, and
You blew it.
You blew it.
No, but that's
Fuck
what I'm saying,
you.
Why not?
But now, Black Rambo, hit me up.
Why not?
I
though?
want to shoot guns.
I don't understand why John Morant, like, teaming up with the NRA. Doug, do you know how much of a revamp
You
process
can't
that
do
would
that
be?
and be part of the NBA,
Bro, the NBA clearly does not want him, and here's my thing: he has
What you
committed
mean they
no
don't want
crime.
him? They just he's suspended.
Why would you suspend him from not committing a crime? He didn't commit a crime.
Because you're a face of the NBA and you're holding guns on Instagram Live like it's cool. That's why. So if they suspend you for holding a legal licensed gun to himself
Mm-hmm.
on his personal phone, on his personal page,
Mm-hmm.
you think they're gonna allow him to be sponsored by the biggest gun company or organization, not company, organization in the fucking world,
Okay. I will
and
give
be
you,
the face of them?
I will give you two different scenarios. The first one is if they suspend him for a year, that is more of a, especially without pay, because it's like, yo, dogs, you don't have a job at that point. So at that point, in my mind, I'm just viewing you as unemployed. The
Not
second thing
unemployed,
is
though.
the fact that he hasn't committed a crime and that they are saying it's a reflection of him being a thing. But guess what? Even in those videos, he didn't commit a crime. Let me explain. If he
I
decided,
never said he committed a crime.
okay, but then why are you penalizing?
Because it is bad look. You're not supposed to be
Opinion based.
flat. No, it's not opinion based. It is not cool for anyone, kid, adult, fucking transgender, dog, no matter what you are, to be flashing guns on Instagram. It is not cool. You're a cornball. You're stupid for that.
Now, why I agree with you.
So if you agree with me, then you agree that he should be suspended for doing stupid shit.
No, I agree he should be fired.
No.
Because
That's
suspending someone, here's my thing. I find suspending someone without pay while keeping them contractually obligated to the terms that you are
it's
setting.
punishment. Yes, that's what you're doing. You're being punished.
Yes, bro, but that's also a form of, and I, not to even say it like this way, but yo, dogs, that's basically you telling me you own me.
You're on a contract.
Nah,
I own you.
okay.
Bro.
Oh, well, nah,
Yeah,
nah.
we-
We're not
yes.
gonna do it like that though, fam. You're not. That's literally putting a leash on me. Fuck you, John Morant. Don't eat that shit.
No,
Go
okay.
team up with the NRA
And be broke for the rest of your life.
The NRA, the NRA.
If he's not John Morant in the NBA, he is nobody.
he will become the NBA star who became gun activist.
Which is gonna do nothing for him, bro. You sound
You
crazy.
sound ridiculous.
You sound,
You
my
sound like
nigga.
there's not money market in that market.
My
what
nigga,
I'm
that's
saying.
not even the NRA is not giving him a quarter of his NBA contract, bro. If it, in the lifetime span of working for the NRA, he's not getting a quarter of one NBA contract. And this is only his first NBA contract.
Okay.
He is 20-something years old. He's gonna get 3 more contracts after this. He will not get a quarter of what he will get from the NBA working for the NRA, bro. Just to be realistic. You're thinking you're potting now. To be realistic, because you're making it cool to do what he's doing.
No,
It's
I'm not making it cool. I'm talking about his specific situation. I think the action itself is dumb, but I'm talking about the legal ramifications of it. The action, as you said, is corny. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Like, dog, you act like people don't get shot over less by police and other people outside with the paranoia. Like,
That's
it's
why
a
he's
dumb
suspended.
trend. Agreed. But I'm talking as a business perspective. Now, once again, you keep saying suspension as if the antics are going to stop, because they're not.
If they don't stop, he'll eventually get fired.
And now I'm talking in the realm of being fired. Now, post NBA career, because once again, once you make that transition to the NRA, there's no going back. So you're right. That is the career point at this point. What I'm saying is that
He's nobody without the NBA.
he could always be the former NBA guy who became gun activist after being fired from
And
the NBA.
he wouldn't
for
get.
loving
He
guns.
wouldn't be. Once
No,
again,
he wouldn't be as much, but he also wouldn't
So-
be like homeless.
He's never gonna be homeless. Well, I would hope not. Well, no, because Deontay Williams. Yeah.
Once again, that's like I said. God bless, because shit can go bad, and anyone with
But
money. It doesn't
that's
have to be
because of
just
drugs.
specifically That.
You know, he could do drugs too. I don't know. But listen,
I'm just saying it's an interesting.
he could go.
business
He
point.
could be homeless working for the NRA, doing drugs. So
Yeah, but he'll still have a check coming in. You know,
to do more drugs.
That's what we're determining, though. The check income. I'm not talking about fucking type of life. I'm not talking about life choices. I'm talking about other possible gains of income.
Yeah.
I'm willing to sell my underwear on the internet to fans. John Morant is willing to go to, like, I don't know, Marjorie Taylor Greene's cocktail party. I don't know, but there are options is what I'm saying.
First and foremost, you damn know well that they would not. John Morant would not be invited. John Morant, you see how John Morant looks, right? You know who John Morant is, right? Do you not see the people that are at the NRA? They wear cowboy hats and call people boy. They're not gonna invite John Morant to be part and be the face of the NRA, bro.
That's so rude. That is not true. That is a horrible generalization of people, but a hilarious one. Because I can totally, I don't know why. You painted a good picture. It ain't a correct one, but that is
the correct picture
no,
of the
not,
NRA,
bro. I know,
bro.
man, people who are in the NRA and they're like the weirdest people, but it's the people who are like.
And
oh,
I know, and a lot of the
gun.
people that you know I look at them and I can tell that secretly they want to call people boy. And
no, that's
and everybody,
most of them. I'm not talking about the majority. I'm talking about the
So you're just proving
minority.
my point. The people, there's a minority in every situation, in every group.
Well, that's who we should be speaking to. Majority people have already made their minds up.
But the majority is the people that run it, and the majority is not gonna have John Morant as a face.
You know what? I'm curious, and whether we solve the question now or not, but now you really have me wondering, like, NRA's members. You know, it'd be really funny.
There's a board. There's probably a whole board of NRA membership.
Population.
Right? Population. No,
Race.
what?
NRA. I'm not
What are
good at
you
Googling
Googling?
stuff.
Who runs the NRA? Simple question.
Oh no!
Bro.
Look, actually, yo, you know how I know my Google knows I'm dumb? I wrote NRA and I spelled it wrong somehow. Yeah, I somehow spelled NRA wrong. I spelled that NAR. Population, race, and the shit brought up exactly what I was looking at, and it looks like, look at that. 64% are identify as white. 16% is black or African American. 10% is Hispanic or Latino. Oh, and 41% is women. Go us.
That are probably still white. And
That's not true.
And most of those are from down south states.
Hey, brother, you go where the, you know.
And where the 10% Latino are the people that live in Arizona, Texas, Florida.
Okay. So let me tell you what doesn't sound like.
And where the NRA is heavy. And if you ever go to an NRA or see an NRA meeting, John Morant does not fit in a NRA meeting. Neither do I. You may fit on depending on which state.
I fit anywhere.
Depending on which state it is, you may fit, and what side of your neck you show.
That's why it's there.
You know.
O negative blood, baby. I'm everyone's type. Fuck it.
Depending on what side of the neck you show, they may accept you or not. But you know that's how it is. I wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. He gotta chill because he's fucking up his fucking life right now. He's a 23-year-old kid, 22-year-old kid that got 20 more years of basketball ahead of him. If he's just fucking hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, bro. He's wilding.
But
he's losing out on a possible billion right now.
Devil's advocate. If it does go south, brother, you fucked up. There are outlets. There's people who probably
UPS is hiring, bro.
UPS is hiring. Nah, man, join the NRA. Fuck that shit.
They're not gonna let him in. Stop saying that.
I just want you to know that there's options, bro. You can change things.
They're not letting him in the NRA.
Yo, man, you hate change. You hate dreams.
I don't hate. I love change. I just
hate it all.
Like realistic change.
That is realistic. It's more
and
realistic
a
than him not doing
racist
it again.
group is not gonna be, accepting
You
of him.
can't say that though.
I
You're
can.
generalizing.
Bro, you just admitted that
How
the
shitty
people.
is the defense of it is like, no, you're just being general about it though. It's not really a strong defense, but it's an accurate one.
It's not.
You clearly seen the numbers reflect there is a minority that is clearly, you know what I'm saying? They're involved. So therefore,
there's a
the
minority in
majority
everything.
you can probably say that about.
That's what
But you can't say it in its entirety though. No, you were
And
saying
I'm pretty sure
you were saying
that
it as a definite fact.
that the Hispanics and the blacks that are part of the NRA
Wow,
are
racist
probably
too.
racist too. Like they're probably the most racist out of the whole NRA. If you really think about it.
Damn, is the NRA?
It's the blacks are gonna be racist against the Spanish and the whites. The Spanish are gonna be racist against the whites and the Spanish and the blacks.
Oh, the whites, the Spanish, and the
And-
black.
Which sounds more accurate.
It sounds like Thanksgiving in my crib where everyone's just got beef with everyone of all shades. We don't care.
they probably the most racist out of that whole group, bro.
I'm just actually thinking about reflecting on the numbers and the percentage.
Because minority racists are really racist.
Yeah, no, yeah. Most the relatives I have that are island born are wild racist. It's crazy. Funny though. Yeah, I will say funny because
I like it when they're old.
yeah,
Because
that's
then
what makes
it kind of
sweet.
is like no harm. It's like whatever. You're just really old, and no matter what
Nah.
you say, I take it as funny because you're old.
No, I'm gonna actually give it a very personal time of when that wasn't funny. My grandmother, when she started going senile, she was down south, and she definitely referred. She said it in Spanish, but it was funny. She definitely referred to President Obama as that colored man on the TV, but she said it in Spanish, and like all my cousins who are black and Spanish and like black, Spanish, Asian, like mixed up, everyone just kind of stopped. And she was like, "Excuse me," and then I was just like, "Ooh, like you came from a generation where that was okay." Mm-mm. They about to drag you outside and whip your ass, grandma, for equality.
She had a relapse in time.
You know what's craziest part though is like half the people who say that shit in my family, dark as hell. Like I don't understand why color. I've never understood colorism. That's because I'm like second generation American, so I've never understood it. Like everyone looks the way that you do. You just say whatever.
Yeah.
But old people, when I think of, I'm like, oh, you lived in such a simpler time. You lived in pre-internet days where you can have those kind of opinions. You know, that's what it really comes down to.
Did you realize that you're older than Google?
Yeah, I've been knowing that. I remember the good time, bro. I remember
That's-
the times,
That's
bro.
like, I saw it.
Mm.
What made me think about this was I saw a TikTok, and they said something about, oh, why does nobody complain about what Gen X does? And excuse me, it was an older, our age, white lady, and she started breaking it down because we will fuck you up. We
Yeah.
older than Google. La 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 la. This, that, and the third. I was like, yo, that's all true. Like,
We're the trauma generation, man. Fuck that shit.
yo, that shit
Think
is
about
crazy.
that. From the time that we were born on American soil, and this is like just a random conspiracy fact. 80s up, tax at home had become more prevalent than ever in history. We went through once again, some of these are just strictly
way to
for New
take
Yorkers.
it down the fucking hill.
No, it's
Fun.
actually really interesting though because
No,
it
but
shows
we were fun talking.
No, but now you're taking it that way. Stop taking it that way, bro. I'm not trying to be negative. Think about how funny this is.
Funny, the attacks on the United States
No,
since
hear
the
me out.
80s
But,
is
like,
funny.
Yo, dogs, we dealt with mad crazy people bombings. We went through the first fucking Twin Tower shit, the first time when they blew up the building. But then we had like Y2K. We had like 2012. We had like all these different shits that were supposed to take our generation out. So now that we're adults and realize like the world is, this is why we're jaded. The world is the way it is. That's why you don't fuck with our generation. That's why we don't talk shit about nobody and no one talks shit about us because, yo, we've been through it.
Where's the funny?
That's hilarious. The rest of these kids are soft. Yo, you're getting mad over imaginary words.
Where
Bro,
is
you
the
don't remember when
funny?
it was code orange outside? Bro, it used to be code orange outside.
And
You have
that's
to be on
funny?
alert. It's funny in retrospect.
How was that funny that we lived in fear that we were going to die?
I was too
Please
dumb to be afraid.
explain to me
because I
how
was
is
too
that
dumb
funny?
to be afraid. When you're
I
too
keep
dumb
telling
to
you
be
to stop
afraid,
using the word funny. You
It's-
don't use it in the
you
correct
see me
definition.
laughing. It's funny. You see me laughing. It is
That's
funny
your
to me.
defense mechanism. That's not you thinking it's actually funny.
I had to find a way to find it funny, and that's the way I found it funny. It was now look back in retrospect to think about this.
Jesus.
Dogs, 20 years from now, people are going to look back on the There's people now who look back on the pandemic, and it was 3 years ago. Like people were I don't remember how long it was ago. I don't believe in time. Time's a man-made concept. I don't subscribe to it. But people are going to look back on that shit and be like, bruh, we really was like trying to fight with masks on, and we was spraying people with weird shit, and like we were shaming people. People lost their job. Hey, you know how many people committed suicide over there? That's crazy. And then someone's going to be like, we were dumb. Because that's the way I feel about, like, yo, every envelope's going to have fucking that powder that kills you in it. Code Orange. DEFCON 3. I'm fucking 11. All right? Y2K. The internet was supposed to kill us, bro. The internet was supposed to kill us when it first came out.
It
You
wasn't
remember that?
supposed to kill us. The computers were just supposed to stop working.
Bro, they said everything was going to shut down and all the bombs were going to go off because all the shits that stopped them from going off were going to be off.
that may have happened. That was
Fam,
a
that's
possibility.
not scary? At 8? That's not scary to you?
No.
All right. My bad, killer. That's some
At
cold
8
shit.
years old, I'm not worried about the world ending, bro.
Oh,
And-
I am when everyone around you is.
And
because I grew up with a bunch
in
of paranoid Spanish
Y2K, I
people.
was 13.
Man, you old. How old was I? Y2K. That was 2000, right?
Yeah, you wasn't 8.
I was 10.
Yeah,
Nope.
I'm only you were 10 or 11, bro.
I was 12. Yeah, bro, that shit was scary. I was definitely old enough to comprehend it because I was on the bus.
I
going across
remember-
town. I was on the bus going across town.
All I remember was being because this was funny about that because you know the whole thing of the world, all the computers supposed to stop
Yeah,
and
bro.
the world's gonna fucking
Internet.
come to
Kill us.
old caveman times. It was supposed to be whatever, right?
It's coming again.
This was the one year that my mom decided to take us to New Jersey for New Year's.
Oh.
I don't remember whose house we was
That
in,
sucks.
but I remember we was like probably like somewhere in Fort Lee because we was looking over. I could see the bridge, and all I remember was it was 12 o'clock. I looked outside to see if the lights were still on. The lights stood on, and then I continued to enjoy New Year's. That was it.
I was in Midtown on I was at my aunt, my uncle's. Shout out to them. I was at their crib, and I remember like chilling with Javier and being like, "Yo, man, everyone seems really scared." And he's like, "Nothing to be afraid of, bro." And I was just like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah." And then maybe like 10 minutes later, my mom's must have been smacked, bro. My mom's came in, she was like, "Damn, yo, shit happens, we're all right here. Like the power's gonna go out, we're all gonna die." And I'm like, young kid, like, "Oh," you know what I'm saying? Like, that
Yo,
sucks.
but isn't Javier younger than you?
Yeah.
So for the younger nigga to be telling you,
Javier's a year younger than me. Or no, I don't even think. I think me and Jay are the same age. But actually, even if he's
I
a year,
think he's a year or two younger than you, bro.
my cousin Javi, mentally, my brother, he's ahead of it. Javier was the young Zen. He was
'Cause
the
I'm like,
young
yo,
Zen, bro. He
I was
just
just
used to
like,
chill.
that shit was never scary. I was like, oh, the computers
Nah,
are gonna
bro.
start working. I'm like, damn, I just got a computer.
That's you know what it
That's
would have
the
been
only
too,
thing
though?
I really thought about. Like, yo, I just got a computer,
Early
bro.
access to the internet, like when it was, because it was something that just got put into the crib. Yeah, actually, I'm starting to think the same way. Yeah, like we just got a computer. Like
We
maybe that was
just
part
got
of doing
one.
it, too,
Like,
'cause I was like, oh
damn.
shit, it's gonna kill us.
I got it. No, I'm lying. It wasn't my two. I got it in '98
You know what?
because I was in 7th grade.
No, but you had a computer. Though,
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
time.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah, yeah,
family
yeah.
just got a computer. Just getting to learn how to use the internet, AOL, all that shit. I'm like, damn, the shit's gonna die now? Like, it's over? No more
Technically
porn? I
speaking-
just discovered porn. They're like, what are you talking about?
Yo, you want to hear, and like, and this is deep high thought, but like, technically speaking, Y2K was the end because that was the really big birth of like the internet, like that generation, and now look what it's done to us. That was technically speaking the end, and that's why Gen X is better than everybody else because we got to remember the before times, but not like be caught up in the before time. You know, the people who are like, oh, I remember my day, equality, like, you know, yeah, those people. Yeah, no. We're
With
after
that voice, they're talking more like segregation.
Yeah, no, what I mean by equality. That's all, you know the people I'm talking about. Those guys, like, those guys, no, you don't want that generation. We're the next gen. We're like the next version of like, we've seen transition, bro. We watched the internet get born. We watched all these people rise and fall. Like, you think about like all the different things. Like, we've got that point of time, but we're the last generation that's gonna remember a before time. So because of that, we're jaded as fucked. And because of that is why I found that whole situation hilarious when you think back on it, like Code Orange. Every day, bro, Code Orange.
Bro, you and your Code Orange.
Fucking
Listen,
hilarious.
for all the listeners, if you got a company, a brand, something you want to come and promote, come hit us up. If it's interesting, get them on the pod. If it's not, you already know. But
Nah, you know what though?
now we might bring you on.
No.
But
This is a business. If you have a passion thing, you can hit my thing. We're gonna do a separate thing because there's gonna be no. But business, you want to really cook, you want to
yeah,
get some shit out
come
here, holla
through.
at
We
us.
talk, chop it up. You got some merch you want to send this way? Hit us up on the DM. Don't forget to subscribe to the Patreon. Go to fucking YouTube. Subscribe to that. Like the joints. That helps us on the fucking algorithm joints. You already know. I really don't know how to explain it because I don't really understand it. But liking it and subscribing it works.
Yeah, you do
helps
better
us.
than me. I no clue. I just say it because I'm told to say it.
No, yeah. But
I
you
don't
know,
how it works. I don't know what it does.
like the post, follow the page, airdrop it to your homies, and you already know. Conspiracy Streets Podcast.
Peace.
Conspiracy Streets Podcast.